Hello, 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 and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday. This is episode 161, which was supposed to happen before TRCMA, and Levi's throwing things, and Ivan's to my left, and Anthony's over there. We're having a good time. So, anyway, welcome to the show, Ivan.
Well, thanks for having me.
And you open the door out there. It's a little intense. You just see a giant wall of red.
Yeah, well, we're at TRC. We travel with our home at all times.
It's convenient.
We have the bus parked literally 2 feet outside the door. But we did a garage tour today. Mm-hmm. So Anthony got to tour our garage and the whole, complex. Put it that way.
Yeah, the
spacious complex.
Yeah, it's a very
that is the Lacroix
complex.
Cruiser.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the ins and outs, literally.
Exactly.
So let's see. Housekeeping. What do we got to talk about before we get into answering people's questions, doing all that, which Ivan is definitely going to help us with today.
He is. So I guess jumping straight into it, right? So this is the week after TRCMA. So we're all still
recovering.
We're still a little dead. We're still recovering.
Let's just say things are slow around here.
Yes, we're all moving much slower than we normally do. So we're still managing to get some content. But in terms of this week, right? So I know people missed out. I don't know. People missed out. If some of you missed out for TRCMA, specifically on the videos, you can, of course, catch us there. I come to the YouTube channel and kind of recap and rewatch everything you want to see.
There's a whole playlist in order.
But you did miss out on sales if you did not watch during the days, right? And you did not jump on those sales. And so we had a lot of sales throughout the week. It was seriously, it was crazy. 20% off this day on different products. And we were doing a lot of promotional stuff and giveaways. So, I mean, we were giving away Rupa's kits that were worth...
polishers, a set of wheels.
Yeah, insane.
Yeah, you buy any order that you placed on one day, you got free G-Technic product.
Yeah, well, Tuesday. It was Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, G-Technic products were going out the door. I mean, it was just such a fun-filled week. And then, of course, in my hand here, what do I have right here, Levi?
Oh, that's a challenge coin.
It is a challenge. I'm going to roll this to you, and you're going to explain.
Try and catch it. That wasn't even rolled.
Explain the challenge.
So, the challenge coins, charity coins. There you go.
Good guy.
I was trying to hold it with my hands. Sorry, guys. So my voice is completely shot from TRCMA. And so I got myself a nice laryngitis diagnosis, which is super, super awesome. But
sorry we're making you talk.
Point is, challenge coins, we created...
Actually, rest your voice.
Well, the coins for a cause is what we call them.
The coins are going for a cause. So you buy these coins. They're $10 each. Now, when you spend $10 to buy one of these wonderful coins... guess what? $10 goes to the chosen charity. Not $9.95. No, $10. And there's 5 of these coins. Now,
and
one
5
of them,
different charities.
Yeah, 5 different charities. So we have Koshkemi.
Yep.
We have G-Technic.
So Koshkemi is Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, which covers a number of local charities in that area, as well as some national charities.
Yeah.
Then the G-Technic coin is Rally for a Cause.
Right.
Which, again, covers Shriners Hospital, some other stuff.
PNS.
PNS is Samburu Project, which is clean water in Africa. It's a company it's a group that does well digging and provides wells in remote areas. Rag Company coin is our friends at the JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. And then Stiarnagloss, their coin, is going to Make-A-Wish, which is Jack does stuff overseas or back in the UK for Rays of Sunshine, which is very similar to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Yeah. And we've worked with the Make-A-Wish Foundation here in the States, and we've really enjoyed it. So,
and if you're not familiar with Stiarnagloss, where have you been for the last week?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Some folks are just now finding out.
But the coins are available on the site again. We kind of had an issue getting them out, getting them on, all that kind of stuff. So we got that bug fixed. We finally got them back on the site. You can pick up all 5 while supplies last, because once they're gone, they're gone. So I ask you to jump on there. They should be live as we speak.
Yeah, they disappeared for a little while,
they
but
did.
we brought them back out because we understand there's some demand.
Well, and a lot of it was, we had all the coins out there for the week. We let it run through the weekend. The problems we ran into was we wanted to make sure we had the proper accounting of the coins.
Right, because we had
a lot of them split up. And so we had to do some inventory. We had donated a certain number to each brand so they could take home. So it was just trying to get all that squared away. So we needed to take a break on that for just a little bit. But they're back on because so many of you reached out and said I wanted to buy them. So they're there. I can't really talk a lot, but go ahead, guys.
Yeah, no, that pretty much covers it. And so, this next week here, we're going to get back onto a normal schedule now that we've kind of recapped from all the craziness of TRCMA. And Grand Ambassadors will be announced. The plan is to announce them tomorrow. But I think we have a pretty good idea on who's going to be in the lineup,
And
I think.
I participated slightly in the choosing of the Grand Ambassadors, and
did.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
These guys put a lot of effort into this. So if you get chosen as the Grand Ambassador, you owe these guys a hug, and maybe even more.
Yeah, hey, who knows, right?
Yeah.
We're very picky. We have to do a lot of, a lot of clicking, right?
But
a lot
there
of
are definitely
sifting.
people who redeem, what they're doing. Maybe the first time they try it out, it just wasn't quite right. They tried a second time, third time, fifth time, and it worked that time.
Yeah.
So you
Exactly.
just never
Keep
know
trying.
until you keep trying. It might work out.
Very true. So, with that said, that's pretty much all I got. I think we start jumping into some questions.
Yeah. Let me
some
drill down.
some tasty questions, Dane. What do we have here?
Start things off with Prince Car Care saying, "Good evening, everyone."
Good
All
evening.
right, Prince, what's going on?
Right. And we got Dan Pfeiffer saying, "Good afternoon, happy Friday Eve, and word up from Minnesota, USA. You guys killed it with TRCMA last week. Well done." Thank you, Dan. We all appreciate that. And I'm going to let you guys read the next one. Ivan?
What up, my dudes?
There we go. And, whoa, my page jumped. Of course.
There you go.
And Razor.
Hello.
Anthony.
Mike C says, "Hey guys, love the presentations last week and the successful jury
I think he means journey.
to find what you were looking for. Look forward to learning more today with the best, with the great Mr. Lacroix." So
Yes.
hard. This angle is actually much more difficult,
Go
which
ahead
I am
and
at
slip
this
over
side.
here if you'd like.
Yeah.
No,
Just a
no,
little
I'm
Squeeze on
good.
over.
No,
I don't bite.
I'm good. It's just I'm better off reading from there, I think. So
okay.
Moving on. Prince Carcer says, "Last live stream, I forgot the time. +8 here. Won't happen again. Haha."
That's been known to happen.
Mike says successful
There we
journey.
go.
Meant
Yeah,
to say.
exactly.
Yeah. Hey, Alex.
Alex, who was in the studio all last week. Happy Friday Eve all. Still on a high from last week.
Oh,
Looking forward to Ivan's videos on the TRC channel.
we got some good
on,
ones in the
Alex.
can, I would
Yeah,
say.
exactly.
David.
What's up, guys?
DJ Premium Detailing.
What's up, everyone?
Or BJ Premium Detailing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Nashville Bassett. Trying to remove the off-gassing fog on a client's interior glass. I figured G-Technique glass polish would help, but the side windows are factory tinted. What should I use for those?
What should he do?
Well, Mr. Anthony?
So let me see. So trying to do the off-gassing on a client's interior
never mind.
glass.
Factory tinted. Use what you want. It's not a film over it.
Yeah,
Aha. It was a trick question.
That's a
Yeah.
good point. All right. Of course, Umberto saying hello, TRC team.
Hello, Tears.
Hello,
And, on
Roberto.
my YouTube channel, he's always first as well.
He
The
is-
guy is everywhere.
He uses the bell more than anybody else.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
He
I think
really
he
uses
loses by
it.
the bell. I could
Yeah.
release a video at 3 a.m. and he's first.
He just gets a notification. Doesn't matter how deep in REM he is. Doesn't matter.
No, so thank you very much. It's nice to have people that are dedicated like that.
I would say Umberto.
Umberto is absolutely dedicated.
Thank you, Umberto.
Yo Hurl says, "Hello, happy pre-Friday." Pre-Friday, Yo Hurl. It's Friday Eve. You know that.
Yes.
I accidentally let APC dry on my car. I need to polish it anyway. Will that work, or what should I try? Yeah, if you want to try to remove the staining, try an APC. If you've already tried to rinse it and you can't get it off, you can try to clay it off to see if that'll come off. But if it's stained into the clear, I'd probably recommend a light polish.
Yeah, but you could try first, like Anthony mentioned, using APC. Like removes like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
the APC will redilute what's on there, and he may just rinse right away.
Or
Great
reactivate.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, reactivate.
Save yourself some heartache.
Ivan, what would you say to a body shop that tells customers they need to repaint the whole side of a vehicle because the color may not match when only one panel is damaged? That body shop needs to learn how to do paint and color matching. We used to do it in our body shop all the time. We would paint literally this size. Not a whole. We wouldn't even do the whole door. We'd just do a spot this size, and it would blend in perfectly. So, yes, it can be done if they actually try.
There's a degree of effort required.
There's a degree of effort and a bit of skill involved. You know, the painter needs to be able to match as he's going along.
Well, and in some ways they try to do that. One, it's faster for them.
Yes.
Because they don't have to prep as much. And they're able to charge more.
Exactly.
That's why
Especially
they
when
do
it's an insurance job.
Yeah.
Kimberly.
Hello, three
hello,
times. Yeah, hello from Chicago, living the dream maker. Didn't think it was safe to admire the shine on the hood on the way home, but I did make it.
Excellent.
Glad you made it.
Good. I'm glad, Kimberly.
I can't read this, but
Hello.
thank you.
Nor can I.
Can't read
Happy
so well.
Friday Eve from Nathan.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you. Grant.
I've got Ivan to be Lincoln Hawk in the arm wrestle, going over the top.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony didn't
And
stand
then
a
Blacktop
chance.
saying
No,
something else.
So
again.
he's asking, what's the best fallout remover?
You think
Oh.
so?
Yeah.
You know that for a fact, huh?
Yeah. You guys
Okay.
can't read that?
You guys can't read Russian?
Yeah.
I gotta
What's
say,
the best
it's,
fallout remover? Levi,
not
go.
my wheelhouse.
Best Fallout remover. Gosh.
What's one of your favorite fallout removers?
my favorite right now?
Yeah.
My favorite's Huel.
Huel. Okay.
I like the smell of it.
the smell of it, Huel. Okay, I like. I think honestly, I like Magic Wheel Cleaner. You guys know that from
yeah.
Coach Kemi. In terms of just,
like
it
the
could be a
gel.
general
It is,
fallout remover,
yeah.
but it could also be a wheel cleaner. But Iron Buster is also great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't disagree with any of that. We got Kevin D. 53. Hey, guys. TRCMA was a blast. Thanks to all of you. Oh, and Ivan. And then he says something.
Yeah,
Québécois, feel free.
Yvan, ça réchauffe au Québec, mais aujourd'hui, il mouille à Sio. Bon fin de voyage à toi ici de vie. On that, thanks again to the TRC crew. So basically, he's saying that it's warming up in Quebec, but it's raining cats and dogs today.
Oh.
And he's, asking or how do you say it in English? Brain fart at the moment. But anyways, he's wishing Sylvie and I a good end of our voyage.
Very nice.
And,
Kimberly says, before taking the plunge and buying a pressure washer, I bought a work hydro shot to get the feel. Plan is to pump Onar and then pre-foam Onar wash or
Perform an
Onar wash. Got my knobby mitts ready. Sounds good. I think that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We use a little Ryobi pressure washer battery operated.
Yeah.
It works good.
Good.
Force Induction says, Grant, that was that a Solution Finish reference?
Yeah, because it's over the top.
Oh, I see.
Wow.
Lincoln
we're going
Hawk.
deep.
You
It's,
guys, seriously, you don't.
I know the movie.
Okay, you guys were just quiet
movie?
when I was
No, it's
making a.
what movie?
Truckers
Over
and
the
arm
top.
wrestling with
I've never
Sylvester
seen it.
Stallone.
I've never seen Over the Top.
Hold on. I'm sorry. We're gonna stop the Q&A for a second
seen
here.
Over
So,
the Top.
so you've never seen Over the Top.
No, I was much more
So-
of a Jean-Claude Van Damme fan.
All right. So
myself.
Sylvester, I'm gonna talk about it because we need to bring this up a little bit here.
dear.
So Sylvester Stallone drives. He's a long haul trucker.
18 Wheels of Fury.
Okay.
He has converted his truck to a mobile gym.
Now, Dane, you have to follow up with a mobile gym.
So he
Yeah.
can work out.
Yeah.
But one thing he's good at is he loves going to arm wrestling competitions all over the United States.
Wrestling them all.
Yeah, I like where this
Now-
is going.
His ex-wife and son they've gotten divorced, right? The wife divorced him, moved back in with her rich father.
Separated.
His son lives
Can't
with his
beat 'em,
rich
don't
grandfather
need 'em.
who says Lincoln Hawk, that's his name.
Yeah.
Hawk Trucking will never amount to anything. What he doesn't know is he's a solo owner operator, owns
Yeah.
his own truck. He's planning to enter a arm wrestling competition to win his very own truck so that he can put Hawk Transport on the side of it and do Hawk and Sons so that him and his son
Hawkinsons.
can have their own trucking company together.
Yeah.
And he gets his son and they go on the road together hitting these
Bars.
literally hitting these arm wrestling competitions.
Wow.
And that's when he says, I like to take my hat and I turn it around, and that's when I feel like I turn on the
When it's
machine.
serious business.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
So
Wow, movies were so much simpler back then.
you need to watch
You know,
it. But the movie's called Over the Top.
Yeah.
literally.
And it's because he would go over the top, he could fix his hand the right way, and then he would win every one of them. And that was the thing, is he'd do this move called over the top
Really?
on
And
arm
now
wrestling.
you know.
The whole movie is that, and it's actually really good.
It's
You need to
impressive what you're able to make a movie out of sometimes.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Interesting.
Yeah, like searching for coins.
Yeah.
And that's coming soon on the TRC
Hey.
channel.
Hans here saying hello and coins up to our people. Kimberly wondering who will win.
That's for you to stay tuned and find out.
Hey, look at
Oh,
that.
there's Ivan.
Hey, I've seen that guy somewhere before.
How can you be there and here at the same time?
I'm good.
Sean Prince.
We've been talking a lot this week.
So we've all
my
decided to
gosh.
buy one.
Sean, you're opening up a can of something I don't think you want right now.
boy.
Yeah.
Or maybe
There's
you
been a lot of
do.
talk.
Maybe. We've all decided we're going to buy one. Anthony has to sell a good majority of vehicles, though, to make it happen.
Yeah.
That
See,
he doesn't wanna
everything is
sell.
everybody is saying, "Oh, I want the GR Corolla." Everybody's blowing up like this
Yeah.
is gonna be my next car. I'm buying one. I'm buying one. I mean, honestly, if this is true, that means that like 60 people I know within a 5-mile radius are gonna have these
They won't,
GR
but
Corollas.
they
It's a
won't.
GR Corolla.
Because everybody wants one,
300
and I mean, it
horsepower,
seems
all-wheel
really promising.
drive Corolla five door
I find myself agreeing with Anthony,
with a
though.
carbon roof,
Yeah.
forged
Yeah.
carbon
Like
roof.
Toyota is actually doing this?
Yes.
Yeah. 6-speed manual, 3-cylinder turbo will drive. Yeah. Rally
the
car,
same-
basically.
It's a full
Wow,
built
okay.
rally
Yeah.
car.
Oh.
So
it's not in the
That's not a
WRC.
Toyota move in any way,
Yeah.
shape, or form.
that's the whole
Yeah.
point is they're tired of being called the boring company, so they're actually trying now.
So they're doing some pretty cool
kudos to
stuff,
them.
but I don't know. I just don't know how it's all going to plan out, because basically once they hit that drop the MSRP
Yeah.
or what they think it's going to be around, I'm just wondering how bad it's going to be with
The dealer
dealers
markup? Yeah.
and the markups and
People
like,
online
because
have been taking
with this
notes.
many people interested, is that maybe $45,000 car going to be a $65,000 car?
Or additional
or
dealer
the
profit.
30,000 that it should be is going to become a 45 to 60,000.
Yeah, I don't know. And so that's the point where it's like, you
They
know,
haven't officially announced the pricing,
don't
but
know.
I just don't see that going anywhere
Well,
below 40 to start.
but the Civic Type R was a $36,000 car, right? And then markups after markups, it was
you
at,
can't touch it.
it was
for
at
less
45 to 50, right? But now a used Civic Type R with 10,000 miles on it, it's still going for 45,000, which is still 9,000 more than it was.
Well, everybody's got Tacoma brain.
It's insane. That's where I'm like, I just don't know what it's going to be. But I think it's going to be such a. Everybody's going to bum rush the dealers on deposits trying to get one of these cars. It's going to be not fun.
Anybody who
I don't know.
actually manages to get an allocation and has one for the first year or so, possibly year and a half, depending on production scale, all that, is going to have a car that actually appreciates while in
Yeah.
their possession.
Yeah.
That's going to be a thing. It's a rare thing, but we're just in a weird enough time and place in history that this is the way it will work out. Now, the part that I was saying I agree with Anthony on was the fact that it's awesome and it's more powerful than the GR Yaris, but it's not the GR Yaris. The GR Yaris has 2 doors, had a specifically designed body, specifically for the job.
That is
made
a
it
homologation
unique
car.
From, yes, it's a homologation car,
Yeah.
essentially. It was created solely for the purpose of actually going racing, and so they had to make an actual production version, but it was not originally something that was in the carts. They made it.
Yeah. So
And
that's why
it's cool. It's unique. It's
Yeah.
rare, relatively speaking, for that kind of thing. So it's special in a way that the Corolla, they're coming to U.S. with the Corolla and not the Yaris because they didn't think Americans would buy the Yaris, even though they had been previously. They didn't think that GR Yaris, people aren't paying like $40,000 for a tiny 2-door hatchback. It's more of a European thing. Or
Try me.
Japanese thing.
Try
we,
me.
we would do it, but
You don't
that's-
know that.
We're the enthusiast rarity in terms
Yeah,
of what would
exactly.
actually sell.
You
So anyway,
actually
moving
drive
along.
a hatchback, which is rare in the U.S. So
Love a good hatchback.
yeah.
Forced Induction says, hello, Ivan.
Well,
and
hello,
then,
Forced Induction Drive.
Let's go up to the top here. Where did I go?
Down, Dane. There you are. Oop.
There we are.
There we
We're
are.
still scrolling.
And,
Dane.
oh,
No,
well,
we've already
that's,
done that.
Oh, we asked the thumbnail question?
You're right here. That was the last one you just posted.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So,
Casey. All right, we got Casey.
So Casey Tucker, at Kimberly AMC, I have done this with the Ryobi version of the Onar in a 5-gallon bucket. It works, but honestly, a small pump sprayer with a half a gallon of distilled water can wash my entire truck.
there you go. Nice.
Mine's a little bigger to wash.
Yeah.
Tom Cassidy watching a lot of TRC backlog videos now and remembering how big OPT Stan's TRC was, but now they're all about KCX, lots of acronyms. Why the switch, and can they work together? So Tom was asked, I think what Tom means is he's wondering, previous to us bringing on all these other brands, we only carried Optimum.
That's where we started.
That was the first brand we brought on was Optimum.
Specifically, no rinse.
A lot of people so much thought that either the companies were together
Exactly.
or owned by the same company or vice versa. But that wasn't the case. We just got along really well, and so we did a lot of stuff together for a long time. Now that still continued, but we brought on other brands because we wanted to consider carrying more products for other folks. When Ivan left when you left Optimum,
Right.
when you and Dan left Optimum, we went through because Dr. G did start looking at stuff that he wasn't going to carry anymore.
Exactly.
Products that we really liked carrying, but he wasn't going to carry them and make them anymore. So we had to shorten our offerings to stuff that we could get more often, but actually had a future than something that wasn't going to have a future.
Exactly.
Now, because of that meant that our chemical line that we carried, that we sold quite a bit of, was now smaller. So we had a lot more holes. So that's when Anthony and I started looking at other brands to bring on to help supplement that for you guys. So Anthony and I have picked and choosed every single brand that we carry, including the new Stiarna Gloss brand. So that's why you see so many different brands. So it feels like we do a lot of one or the other, but the reality is we try to give each one of the brands equal time. And we know if we've been too heavy on one brand or the other, and we try to make sure we balance that out.
Yeah. And, one thing that's impressive about what you guys do is literally every product that they carry, they have tested and they enjoy using. So the enthusiasm that you hear and you feel from these guys for these products is real.
Yeah.
Because they have tested it. And I'm, privy to a lot of backroom stuff at TRC and in the industry for that matter. I know they've tested a lot and a lot more brands than you'll ever see here because there are some brands that they just go, no, doesn't fit. It's not that it's a bad brand. It's that it doesn't fit their needs.
Yeah.
So they curate everything. Think of these guys as museum curators.
So we tell our wives.
Well,
So
I
you can
would
buy
like
stuff.
to be in that new Moon Knight show as a museum
yes.
curator, and hopefully I can get myself some superpowers while I'm at it. Am I right?
That'd be great.
Well,
I think
you
that'd
have
be
a
awesome.
superpower.
I do?
Yes.
What is it?
Collecting JDM cars.
Oh, yes, collecting.
Oh,
I
and
only have a couple
Who
so
could
far.
forget that Dodge Ram?
The Dodge Ram, yeah. That's my most prized possession, as we all know. Poets Famel.
Whoa.
Oh, good evening, Ivan
Prince
says
cars.
Prince.
Good evening.
And then Post Sentinel says Happy Friday Eve. And then we have Hans Close and says 3 Dutchies in a row. And then Kimberly MC says Casey Tucker, got my IK pump super locked and loaded with Onar. I sprayed on everything.
It's not good on tacos
Not good on
terrible on
tacos.
tacos.
or cereal.
I will say Kimberly has been killing it, stepping up her game.
Yes.
I'm telling you. I mean, learning a lot. You can tell over the course of the last
we're proud of you, Kimberly.
couple months. I mean, Kimberly, you've been killing it, dropping a lot of great knowledge. You're picking up the right things.
Yep.
It's awesome to see.
Hans saying nice.
And we got
Lucky bastard.
bastard saying hello,
gents. Casey says, Kimberly, I've also started to use Onar on so much stuff.
all right. Then we got Tyler here. Tyler saying hello, Ivan and TRC crew. Ivan, do you recommend sticking with one brand to utilize their synergy, or is picking your own products individually just as good? Well, we kind of touched on that.
Well, yeah, and yes, pick what you like.
That's what we
Synergy, even though I was part of the Optimum Synergy thing, a lot of it is marketing. Now, that being said, yes, every company, their chemist works hard to have all their products work well together. An example, Dave at P&S does a wonderful job with that. But that being said, doesn't mean you can't fray outside once in a while.
Color outside the lines.
Well,
Yes,
and
exactly.
I always tell people, if you're just starting out, it's good to get a good line under you.
Yeah, pick a
That
brand.
way you
stick with
can,
it.
you know exactly the process, and then move up and down on that brand, so to speak, with other brands. This way you know. If you know
Yeah.
how a compound is supposed to react and you want to try a different compound,
By all means.
then go for it. But you need to know the basics of that compound or that polish or that soap. And if you don't know it, and if you've bought your very first soap ever washing a car, maybe the Maguire's new ceramic something or other,
Yeah, exactly.
wax soap, you're like, you don't know what a normal soap is supposed to do.
Right.
And maybe you then try and put a polish over the top of that. It's just that you don't know how that all. You're going to make a bigger mess for yourself.
Yeah. Trust the chemist and then go from there.
Yeah.
You're starting with a full set of pieces to make a puzzle, and then after that, you can start trading pieces, see if you can change the picture a little bit.
Sometimes you'll substitute the pecans for almonds. It's not always good. Like a pecan pie made out of almonds, no good.
Yeah.
But sometimes you'll substitute in the almonds where pecans should have been, and it's, wow, this is good.
Yeah. There you go.
Another one, ha ha ha.
Gorilla Jeebus.
Q2. Jack mentioned you use Scarra as a pre-cleaner primer polish for Parlo. He also mentioned Glacier having similar protective agents as Parlo, which is a better foundation for Parlo. Honestly, a clean car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Parlo's just a sealant.
Yeah.
All he's saying is if you use Scarra, it's a hand polish or cleaner style polish. So you kind of clean the surface.
And it fills wonderfully.
Yeah, and it fills some of the light scratching and things like that. But it bonds well by being able to go right over the top. You wipe it off, and then you can put Parlo over it. That's what he means by that.
Yeah.
Great
And
shirt,
pour some
Levi.
veg-
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
Actually, I prefer my shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Just say.
Hey, we're good with that too.
Yeah.
Jeff.
I know Ivan doesn't promote specific brands these days, but it's nice to see a bottle of sweet, sweet Onar in front of him again. Thanks for all you guys have taught us over the years. Rinseless for the win.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
And no, I don't promote any specific brands. I'm now brand neutral. And it's fun. It's nice being that way.
Yeah.
Right
You,
on.
you really get to express, all your thoughts on all the things all the time, however you
Exactly.
Yeah.
And yes, Rinseless for the win.
want. Yeah.
Prince
You
says,
still thinks that.
first IK lid
Top printer.
printed.
We got a few comments here.
Yeah.
It got printed.
Got
Okay.
printed.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I saw
really
the
got
pictures
printed.
in the Rag Company discussion group on
Yeah,
Facebook.
they've been talking about it. And
Those guys have
Yvonne
been
mentioned
making
it again. Hey, call me. Let's talk about these lids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, really?
So, he's
Good.
watching, guys.
Maybe it's finally forcing their hand. We shall see.
Possibly.
The lids may
I just haven't had a
exist
voice
one
to sit
day.
and talk
Yeah.
to him. Hans says he ordered a special thing for his coins, hoping they come
Like
soon.
a shadow box?
Nice.
That could be cool.
Hans, if you had a chance to test Parlo already, I'm sure you ordered some. So
believe
just in
that.
case those of you guys watching around the world, so you can buy it from TRC Europe. You can buy Stjarnaglas already. They have it stocked.
Clean
It's
and
in
shiny.
stock. You can pick it up. You can also pick it up from Clean and Shiny. So you can also buy it from, if you're overseas, you can buy it from stjarnaglas.com.
So Gorilla Jeebus saw that pic of yours in that group with the old 5-gallon thingy.
Yep. So that's the old soap that he had.
Yeah.
So that is the only thing that they did was that soap. That was
The original.
Yeah.
main thing that they ever did. So
And
Greetings
then
from
it was
Salisbury,
born
UK.
again.
Yeah.
Bjorn again.
Been using Stjarnaglas since the relaunch. Awesome products, and glad to see you guys are going to stock them. How would you compare gumming with T2?
like
Gumi.
Gumming.
I like Gumi. I've been using it for the last 18 months. I like it. It's one of my favorite tire dressings. at the moment.
You threw it on the show trucks that went out to the event, to the road show. I mean, what else did you do? You threw a
I'm
bunch
using
of
a lot of stuff.
You
I
were
like
putting
it.
that stuff. You were putting it on your red truck, right?
Yeah, my red truck was
we
rock.
thought,
A lot of people didn't know that. The red truck all through the Cheap Car Challenge was rocking
it was
Gumi.
rocking Gumi. It was funny because we were like, that's the stuff that's going to get that truck to sell. And then you never got the title for
I
it.
still haven't sold it.
He's the only
that
one who
being
hasn't
said,
sold their project.
I went to the MOS HQ
sorry,
last
dude.
weekend.
Yeah.
And at the MOS HQ, the truck is parked across the street, and the tires are still looking.
They still are shiny. They
Yeah.
still look great.
Look
No,
great.
it
Just
truck
wish somebody would buy
the truck
it.
looks what? Well, he needs to get a title first, unless there's somebody that wants to do it under the table.
Oh, jeez.
Someone wants a nice red pickup truck without a title.
Yeah. I was thinking of driving it tomorrow.
I think you should.
Just
I think you
for fun.
should
I need to
stretch his
start driving
legs.
it more.
I think you should get out in there, jump in it, and I don't know.
4.3
'Cause
liter V6.
the thing
Performance
is,
machine.
it's weird
If I
because
kept that, I'd turbo that, and then I'd have a storm breaker.
Oh, man.
it just the
4.3.
truck smells good. It's
It
got
smells like Stekada. That's the other thing
it's-
people
yeah.
don't know. It reeks of Stekada.
yeah.
Reeks of
It's
Stekada.
got good vibes. It's a
Carly
fun
doesn't
truck.
like this way it smells because it smells like Stekada.
Yeah.
Well, that just feels off like Stekada. That's awesome.
No, it's awesome. I love the way it smells.
It's funny because it's, like I said, it's pungent, stings the nostrils, right? It's got bits of real panther in it, right? That's how you know it's
That's
good.
how you know it's good.
Yeah.
So, Jay Bear says, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm so glad to see all of you are doing well. We are doing very well.
Thanks, Jay.
Yes.
Here in Germany, most cans are 5 liter.
So, Gorilla Jeebus wondering, so just so you know, all the Scarra products that are available are 5 liters. That was the very first version that came out a decade ago, and that was in a gallon, American-style gallon.
Yeah.
That's why it's a 3.7 liter. But the most of the new cans for that are 5 liters. So, but you can pick those up, TRC EU.
There you go.
I'm not a man. Well, sorry, I'm not a myth or a legend. I'm just a man.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah.
Prince says, just black lids at the moment, but want to use the same colors as for the IK Multifoam too.
nice.
Paolo Guerra, great TRCMA. Do you know if the mini IK sprayers will also have weighted tubes? Yeah,
They
that's the
will.
game plan.
Yeah. So that will be one of the major upgrades to all of them. We just, it's gonna take time for them to come. So just be ready.
So, Kimberly, it lasted about 20 minutes' time. So you'll hear me folding, you'll see me folding towels with a wonderful backdrop that Dane so lovingly.
That's literally throwing me under the LaCroix Cruiser because it's gonna be weird. I'm telling you that
Yeah,
right now.
it's-
It's gonna be weirder than the one we did.
It's a trip, man.
Yeah, so a trip is actually a really, really good description for that.
Just start playing the Doors in the background as you watch it, and I think.
Well, we
it'll-
had the odd little beep, beep, beep from a truck backing up, and little sounds like that because there is construction going around here. Rare does this ever happen when I come
Yeah.
here, but TRC is growing. No, TRC is always growing. It's just a thing around here. Continual growth and improvement.
We aren't happy that our parking lot is being completely tore up
What parking
because,
lot?
yeah.
It's gone.
There's your
like a
answer.
war
We
zone.
we are all off-roading to get into this building,
Which has been
and-
fun to be able to, we've been able to whip out our recovery straps. We've been able to
Yeah.
use the winch on Gabe's Forerunner,
Yeah.
or his Land Cruiser, I should say.
We're pulling people out of ditches.
Yeah,
I don't
Glenn,
know.
though.
And jumping the moat with the bus.
Yeah,
was fun this morning.
yeah. Anthony Blaine bought that new Triumph, and he's been showing us every morning how he can jump
I was
over
gonna say,
the
I'm
moat.
shocked
Yeah.
he
That's
hasn't
been
fallen
really
off
cool.
at that huge rut at the exit over here by Carl's. When my van dips into it, I feel like I drop an entire foot.
Yeah,
It goes
Dane
down
almost
so far.
Dane destroyed his oil pan.
So far,
down there.
I haven't ground it out, but
Yeah.
boy, it feels like if I took a car there, I would just.
I
feel
like
it.
I like being able to park up on top of the rocks.
Yeah.
Get a little flex,
Suspension
little
flex going.
Yeah,
suspension
exactly.
flex shots. That's been really cool.
I will, I will 100% say that it's been interesting. I feel bad for the people that don't know what they're getting themselves into
Yes.
because there's people that are bringing nice cars into here.
Like it's happening tomorrow.
Just thinking, oh, I'm just dropping off my child at, gymnastics, and then they pull up in something that should not be going over those hills. So, I don't know. I don't know what their plan
maybe what I'll
is.
do after this, what we do after this is you and I will walk over and we'll go live on YouTube or on Facebook in the group, and we'll pretend like we're driving a car into the parking lot so people can
Oh,
see
okay,
the chaos
Yeah.
that is.
Show them where the regular entrance
Hopefully we don't get
normally
hit
is,
by a car.
and then show them how it's different.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
And you can
here
show
we
me
go.
driving away.
Yeah,
'cause
we can
Yes,
as soon as
yeah.
this is off the air, I'm
He's
jumping
off
in the bus
running.
and we're out of here.
yep.
There you go.
Steven.
Always a pleasure to tune in live, especially with everyone's favorite Mr. Fisher.
Why did you whisper that like that, you weirdo?
Can't keep
No.
talking.
His
And
voice
speaking
is
of your
not-
voice, may I have a Fisherman's Friend, sir?
Yes.
Who got you hooked on Fisherman's Friends, Levi?
Carolyn Hennon.
Oh, Carolyn
My
Hennon.
parents,
she was the one that
survived
turned
the
me on
80s
to
with
them.
those.
She did.
So-
Was she? But then, has Ivan had Fisherman's Friends before that?
I've
Though,
been
right?
consuming Fisherman's Friends for about 30 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I was at the National Institute of Broadcasting, this was a staple.
There you go.
In the
I
classroom.
know, but the flavors that you had on you that one time that you gave us, I am not a fan. You like the black licorice flavor, don't you?
Yeah.
I do not like that flavor. I liked what was my
You like
mango?
the anus flavor.
No, I don't like the anus flavor.
anise?
It's called a noose.
Anise.
Yeah. The
Anise.
cherry
You're
not
one.
Borat.
A-N-I-S-E.
The cherry one is sort of awful. The lemon one, I don't know where they get lemon out of that.
The
It's like-
mango one was wonderful.
Yeah. But
Josh
the
always
the
has
cherry
the
and the
cherry
lemon
or-
remind
cherry
me
or
of
mint.
CarPro.
Yeah.
The Iron X stuff that's supposed to smell like cherries or supposed to smell like lemons, but
Does not.
doesn't really smell like either one of them.
Josh was buying the mints off Amazon.
The mint
Petro.
ones are actually good.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, the originals or the extra strong are my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Didrik that got us a whole bunch of different flavors. That was nice.
He did, and it was. I mean, they take your breath away. That's
Yeah.
for sure. So Alex
air
Dwar
conditioning for
says,
your
"I
mouth."
had deep conversations with Dane and Levi in the van in Suburban. That's what you get when you're selected as a brand ambassador. Anthony and I just let the conversations flow in the wild.
See,
Yeah.
he's not making a joke here, though. We really did have fantastic conversations and went all over the place.
Alex is a great
I want to
guy.
thank Alex. He was a great grand
Alex, we
ambassador.
miss you. You need to come
And
back.
we miss him already.
He's
so,
a Canadian.
yeah.
What can I say?
Canadians are good at that.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Jacob Terry says, I just got a UBS and I tried it for the first time. What's the trick for getting it to work, or am I just broken?
Oh.
I'm confused as to what you used it for. Onar or soap, because it works right out of the box.
Well, actually, there's a few things with the UBS
Okay.
that make it a little different. Some people try to wring it out too much.
Yeah, you can't
Some
do
people
that.
leave too much moisture in it. There's sort
Yeah.
of a balance, but it's not that precise. And finally, don't use any pressure.
Yeah, that might be
That's a
another
big
thing.
one.
Yeah, some
Explain
people-
a little more, Jacob. I'd like to help you out with that
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Give us some more details.
Anthony?
Lightning Delta 514 or Lightning 35 Delta 514 says,
Tom Clancy
what is a
character here.
reasonable price to sell an entry-level ceramic coating, just the coating application itself, not the wash, decon, polishing?
Can I do this one?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So if you go on the Detailer's Business Academy, it's my YouTube channel, shameless plug, but there is a small video on there called Calculating Hourly Cost. And you need to figure out what it costs you to put that coating on before deciding what price you're going to change or charge. Basically, it's not up to us to decide what price you're charging. There's no industry standard. It's what do you need to make out of it to make your business successful.
The other is, what's an entry-level ceramic?
Yeah. Is it a 1 year, 5 year, 10 year? Who knows?
What is it for you?
Yeah.
Because if it's, let's just say, for instance, you're installing Legend as your entry-level ceramic. That's technically a 5-year coating with 2 coats.
Yeah.
How long is that going to take you? Goes right back to your hour-long,
Exactly.
your cost per
Calculating
hour.
hourly cost.
Yeah, so that's going to be very different than are you just installing Sol or Gloss Coat,
Right,
which
exactly.
is technically can be done in 20 minutes.
Yep.
And doesn't take that long to put it on, and is very simple and easy and fast.
Right.
But you have a shorter lifespan. So at that point, what's your hourly rate? And you're installing it, and it's only taking you 20 minutes. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is that something that you want to be able to say, like, hey, maybe I'm charged 2 hours worth of labor?
So, but let me,
you know what I mean? Or 3 hours.
right. But to do that, one thing that we did in our shops, so after doing the wash, the clay, the polish, all of that, and if the customer just paid for a wax,
Right.
we would actually call them up and say, look, your car is looking so sweet. We'd like to protect this with the ceramic coating. We'd apply a gloss coat, charge them $2.99 on top of what they had already decided to pay.
Yeah.
And they were happy with that. And once you get a customer using a ceramic coating, and whether it's one you've installed yourself or you're a consumer having it done by a professional, you'll never go back to a vehicle with a ceramic coating. My 45-foot bus has a ceramic coating on it. So,
Yeah. No, and it is really, though, just asking, what do you want to be charged to do this?
Exactly.
What seems right and appropriate for you?
Yeah.
It's the same with every service that you're going to do.
Yeah.
All right. We got Shad saying Fab 4 in the building.
Thank you, Shad.
Thank you.
Then we got Reek.
Thanks for the Q&A, guys. Any experience with Optimum Carpet Clean and Protect staining panel vans backboards? When I foam the seats 1 to 3, the foam that hits the backboard turns yellow and stains it.
Yes, it does. And that's like we talked about the APC in the beginning of the show. A little more of that on the surface, wipe it off, you'll be fine.
There you go.
Hey guys, any news on Coach Chemi's ceramic coating spray? What do y'all think?
He's not talking about SO2.
We don't have any new news.
Haven't heard about it.
We won't have their ceramic coating
Yeah, no.
We haven't
What?
gone there ceramic
We haven't
coating,
got
but
there
I haven't seen
ceramic
their
coating yet.
ceramic coating spray.
We don't have any news on that, Kevin. I'm
If
sorry.
you recall, there is a bit of a divide from what happens in Europe versus what makes its way here. There's definitely a delay involved. So
Yes.
if you have questions about that, fortunately, we don't have the details, but if you speak to Andrew over at KCX, you may get some more info.
Greg says, how long will one wool pad last? Asking because I'm only on the front of the vehicle and the pad is falling apart. Okay, then you need to stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
And, you're going to need to get yourself another wool pad, obviously, before you continue on. But, Greg, there's a lot of questions there. How fast are you running that pad? What speed setting
How
are
much
you
pressure?
at? How much pressure are you putting in? How often are you cleaning that pad? Because
How old
if
is that
you're
pad?
only
Is that
knocking out
brand
the
new?
front and it's already falling apart, I wonder what wool pad it is.
And
Is that
where
pad
did you
centered?
get the pad?
Yeah,
so
is that
is
pad
it like bought it off eBay for $2.99,
Yeah.
or did you get a legitimate good pad like a Buff and Shine or a Lake Country?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more, Greg.
I always like to say at least 2 to 4 pads per car.
Or
fair
one pad and
Per-
a pad washer.
Per
Yeah,
side.
one pad
Also
and a
good.
pad washer, yeah. Tyler Graff says, doing an Onar wash the other day, I seem to have grease spots on the vehicle the Onar did not take off. Safe to assume I should hit it with APC and agitate. Newbie here. Thanks.
Ding, ding,
Ivan.
ding, ding, ding. Correct answer.
Yep, there you go.
That was a good instinct there, Tyler.
Yep.
Jay Bear says, is the Onar you have on the website the new formula? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
And has been for a while. So
Yeah.
Yep.
It has that little gold new formula sticker on it.
Levi, can I use Onar wash and wax to clean glass? Will this wax do streaks?
You can, but it will streak. So you do need to go back over it.
imagine
With
a
a
lot
dry
of
towel.
times doing glass cleaning, you're in direct sunlight, and
Wash and wax, you can clean windows with wash and wax. You just got to go back over them
Yeah.
with a dry towel. That's the biggest thing. A lot of
Flip
people
it.
don't think
And the
about
secret is don't spray it on the glass. Just
Yeah.
a lightly dampened towel
Yeah.
with the Onar wash and wax. And the less dampness that towel has, the better it is.
that. Yep, exactly.
excellent. Yo, Hurl.
Thank you all, and welcome back, Ivan.
Happy to be here.
Alex Carrillo, do you think you could put a pull top cap on the new 500 IK sprayers for things like PSS and Leather Star?
Oh, we have a cap
Oh, like a
variation now.
pop top.
Pop top.
Yeah, you probably could try it. See what you think.
Nobody's stopping you. Darren Lee, happy Friday Eve. Getting into Rinseless more and looking forward to seeing more Ivan on TRC.
Oh,
Well,
you'll get tired of seeing me on TRC
You'll get
in a couple
you'll
weeks.
get Rinseless, you'll get Ivan, you'll get TRC all rolled into one on a particularly filthy car. Multiple filthy cars coming soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
Kick it
filthy
over
cars.
to another page here. Go to page 3. See what
Page
Angelo's
3.
saying.
What pressure washer do you guys recommend for different price points? And that's Angelo.
So, Angelo, watch the MTM segment, the Velocity segment that we had for TRCMA.
Yes.
I actually asked that exact question. It
was great,
And they
great
break
answer.
down everything.
Yeah.
So, watch that segment on TRCMA. Trust me, you'll learn a ton about pressure washers in that whole thing. So,
Well, and they sell accessories for pressure washers, so
They
they're
do.
some of the most experienced with what people actually
they do.
have
Speaking of which,
experience-wise out in the
I think
field.
I need to give them a call, and I need to place an order for some fittings. Right? I need to say, hey, this is because I washed last night, and my stuff's leaking pretty bad. My quick disconnects from Amazon aren't quite doing the job.
Yeah.
No.
Darren Lee says, trying to save time.
I love this. Jimmy, Bloodsport is better than Over the Top, no discussion. Now, I actually saw Bloodsport as a kid. Don't ask me how I saw it. I just did. But Over the Top, I didn't see till I was an adult.
Carolyn,
so my experience
your
is
mom
painted a
took
little
it.
differently.
Your mom took you to it.
Oh, no, I
She
saw
was a
it
big
at,
fan. She was a big fan of that movie.
I saw Bloodsport
She told me
at
that personally.
a neighbor of my great aunt's. There was a kid who was staying with his like grandmother or somebody over there, and she just let him watch whatever. So we watched The Drunken Master with Jackie Chan
that's a good
and
one.
also Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and that was my first experience watching those.
But
Awesome.
Dane, you also love Demolition Man.
Yes, Demolition Man is a cult classic. It's absolutely some of the most fun schlocky stuff you can watch.
I like
love
Demolition
it.
Man. I think it's
a
I
good
think
time,
Demolition Man is pretty fun.
It's also one of Wesley Snipes' most entertaining movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minnie Sous Vide says, my hat's like a switch. That's right. There you go.
Bam.
Jay Bass, Anthony, Over the Top, free with ads on YouTube.
Ooh.
Yeah, pick it up
out.
right there.
Then we have Anthony. Was that me? No, it's a different Anthony. I do not drive. Is that a Charger or is that a Kia?
That's a Charger.
Yeah.
It's a very pixelated charger.
Any word on the IK spray bottles will eventually be designed with a different trigger sprayer. So at this point in time, they are going to be making the comfort grip for the current sprayer, but maybe down the road.
Maybe.
They explain the cost is pretty great to design a trigger from scratch, which we understand, but I think we would all love to see their take on that job. So down the road, we'll see what happens.
But one question I asked him was if they would produce it separately so that you could add it to an already existing one of those sprayers. And they said that you would be able to do that. So I think that helps.
Yeah.
Brian vlogs.
So, Ivan, what's the best rinseless wash? I want to know all your secrets. First of all, I have no secrets. Everything I know, I just put out on YouTube. And I share willingly. That's one thing. As far as the best rinseless, it's the best one that's for you. Find a product you like and use it. Now, to me, a rinseless should not create any suds. Sorry, Luke. But, if it's creating suds, it may not necessarily be a rinseless. It might just be a relabeled soap.
Very good. I like that. I like that. We have coming up here, Stop It Now.
He's saying we need to watch Over the
Screen
Top.
this
We need to start
immediately.
playing Over the Top.
Oh, is it that good?
Yo Hurl's agreeing with
It's
me.
a classic.
It's
one of
that
those
good of a movie.
It's one of those movies you have to watch
To appreciate.
in your lifetime.
Like if you describe it, it sounds
Even
dumb.
if it's only
and if
once,
you watch it, it is dumb, but it's also fun.
Even if it's only once. There's a scene where a gentleman drinks a quart of motor oil to get pumped up for this battle.
No way.
Oh, you know what a good double feature would be? Is
Literally.
that and then Roadhouse.
Yeah, he literally looks like Roadhouse is just in that equal same vein of insanity.
Wow.
But yeah,
A throat
guy
ripping
literally
good
pops
time.
has his church key, pops a can of motor oil, pops a second oil, looks at the guy and is like, "You and me."
Sounds like you get super sick
get
from
Some
doing
people's
that.
ideas
though.
of
And then the next
masculinity
scene
were a little
is
bit
him losing, but then
off.
also having Alka-Seltzer tablets. He's trying to drink it because he tried to drink motor oil.
Oh, I can imagine.
All right, Randy. Any chance TRC will make labels for the IK spray bottle similar to what you have on yours in the vids? A simple generic panel wipe, wheel cleaner, iron remover with a nice TRC logo for it.
Randy, I think it's a great
hold of
idea.
Lex
I think it'd be
Garage,
very
dude.
difficult to
Lex
do
is
it.
your
So Lex actually passed the torch to our friend
Dabbler
Details. And so check out Dabbler's website. I think it's dabblerdetails.com. Or just check him out on Instagram. He has now started printing those labels, and Dabbler is an awesome guy, obviously a former Grand Ambassador. So check out his stuff. I know that he's taking that over along with a lot of other cool new things.
He has an awesome eye for detail. His sense of design is spot on.
Yeah.
He does. Nathan says, would you recommend the Rupes LHR75E or the hybrid to use on small areas that the LHR21 cannot get to?
If you've got a 21, I would recommend you get an LHR 75E first before you get an hybrid.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. The 75 it's like I said, it's one of those much needed things. The hybrid, you can work yourself up to getting to use something like that. But I mean,
The LHR 75E is so versatile.
it is very versatile.
Yeah. I used to have the Air version. I really love that tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angelo.
What spray bottle setup do you guys recommend? Something reliable and something to use for your everyday detailing.
I think that the IK trigger sprayers,
TR1, baby.
I think that that's one
You're
of
not going
those
to find a
things.
better.
One thing
more
that
durable.
people don't understand is that even if that trigger head, if that spray, the trigger, right, breaks,
You can fit any
If-
other type of trigger on there.
you can
Yeah.
fit any other trigger you want on there. You cannot break that mold.
Yeah.
It's so hefty and
The
so
bottle
strong.
is the IK design, and they know how to make one.
The bottle is
tough
amazing, and so,
So strong.
once
here's
you have
the
the
deal.
bottle, that world is your sprayer oyster. You can throw whatever head on there
Angelo,
that you want.
You could go to Home Depot and you could buy their spray bottles. There's Zepp and other spray bottles.
Oh, they're so hideous. The
But
Zeps
they
are ugly.
break so fast.
You look at them and they break.
Yeah, the bottle will be punctured or the bottle sucks in air and starts to collapse while you're trying to pull
So
the trigger.
that's what. So
the
that's
trigger
the Zeps
breaks.
are notorious for
Yeah.
sucking
Well,
in.
There's
Yeah.
a difference. I think the IK bottles are made of LDP, HDP, sorry, and the other ones are made of
Light
LDP.
density.
So low density polyethylene
Yeah.
versus high density polyethylene. there's a big difference in cost there, but the HDPE wins the game every day.
Yeah.
The IK stuff is built to last. That's,
Exactly.
That's the big point.
It's not a one and done.
If you're
throwaway
wondering
sort
what
of
we
stuff.
have here in the studio, we have IK bottles with gold Tokol spray heads.
Yeah.
That was mostly an aesthetic choice.
We did that, literally just aesthetics. I thought it looked cool with the gold spray head on it.
Yeah.
So, Yankee Maldonado, is paint prep okay? PNS paint prep to use to clean windows and tinted windows? Yes,
Yeah,
it
people
is.
do it.
Because fun fact, it actually says on the gallons of paint prep that it says paint coating, surface prep, and glass cleaner
There you go.
on there. So it is. It was for a while before they brought out TrueView. Randy Rochefort, Matt at OG has nice labels for other brands of sprayers he sells, but I love my IKs.
Agreed.
Matt, the viewer.
For Ivan, IYHO.
In your humble opinion.
Okay, thank you. What companies offer the most synergistic detailing products that play nice with each other? Well, PNS for one. Optimum is another. Koshchemi, Sierra Gloss. And you'll notice I'm going down a list of pretty much what these guys sell because that's what happens.
Imagine that. Part of the reason we pick them is because stuff plays nice together.
I
It's
know.
crazy.
It's an amazing thing. You know, what outside of what these guys sell, there's a lot of them. And really, it comes
McKee's.
down.
Yeah, McKee's is good.
Yeah, McKee's. It comes down to pick what you want and go from there. And you don't have to limit yourself to one brand.
No.
Now, you can if you like, and that's great. But you don't have to. You know, things do mix and match. And, you know, if you're playing the backyard chemist, though, mixing two chemicals together as opposed to two chemicals in a process, two very different things.
You definitely don't do that until you've had some experience with what things should be like when they play together. Then you can experiment after that. But at least you take off the table being surprised by, normal things working together.
Right. And also, one other little tidbit of information. Learn how to read an SDS sheet, please.
Yeah. For your own safety.
Yeah.
Poet says, you guys want to drive a 3-cylinder? What happened to you USA people? Well, that's because I already have an 8.1 liter big block.
Yes.
3-cylinder sounds better than 4-cylinder.
Same point. Same with me. I have a 5.2
You got a
big
5.2
block.
liter.
Big.
Dane's
It's
got
also a big block too, right? With a 5.2,
It's a
right?
Small
No, it's called
block.
a 318.
Oh, but wait,
small
but
block.
I want to be part of the big block.
But
gang.
you've got a V8.
Yeah, it's a V8.
Yeah, and then
I got
Dane
a
also.
supercharged 5-liter.
Dane has a 5-liter F50 Coyote.
It's a Ford.
Ford Coyote
Yeah.
motor.
Yeah. But you guys with
It's
your
the
small engines,
AJV8. It's different.
That's a Coyote.
I drive a 12.7 liter.
There
Yeah.
you go. He's got us all beat.
But just think how great it would be to have a 3-liter turbo just on tap. I don't know if you've ever ridden a 3-liter. I don't
No, it's
think,
not 3 liter. It's a
or a
3-cylinder.
3-cylinder. I don't think you've ever experienced a 3-cylinder engine, Anthony.
I have
Ever.
one. It's in my motorcycle.
Oh, okay.
But actually, the cylinders in the 3-cylinder that are in the GR, Yaris, and Corolla are quite large because it's a 1.6 liter, I believe. So most of the 1.6 liters we get in the States here are 4-cylinders. So
Yeah.
to have a 3-cylinder one, you're adding a lot
I
of...
think is it 1.6? I don't know what it is,
Those
but I
pistons
it's
are the
1.6.
size of the same pistons
Well-
in my 8.1.
So...
But
Get a
they
little
said
more.
that. So I don't know. I think it's an aluminum block on those. I can't remember, but I know that like the
The cylinder walls are supposedly pretty thick,
they're
though, so
supposed
they
to be
allow for good tuning.
pretty thick, and I think that probably is just because of the probably the compression and everything like that. But I would say that I don't know anything that's boosted, like like it's running a turbo like that. I mean, depending on how many pounds of boost you're running,
You're gonna
probably
need
needs it.
some-
But I'm thinking rally car status, man. That's like throw a tune on that, running 30 pounds of boost on a small little car like that. It'd be ripping and tearing.
Uh-huh.
And
Ripping
Nick
and
Stressman
tearing.
says, Gazoo Racing.
It's
That's what
just
GR
fun
stands for.
to say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thank you.
Also, you ride a bike that's a 3-cylinder, and it sounds way better than most of the 4-cylinder bikes out there.
It sounds, yeah. I mean, it's
It's more unique. But
It
then
is
again,
more
I'm always
unique.
drawn to whatever isn't the norm. If that's a
Yeah.
unique thing, I'll take that.
yeah.
That's a
Sounds
Dane
like a
thing.
sewing machine.
A very smooth
Yeah.
sewing machine. All right, Damon, what is typically the amount of iron remover used on a medium-sized car looking to get the perfect Marlex sprayer? Let's say for a medium-sized car, somewhere between a Corolla and a Camry.
So for me, I have a reputation of being cheap and efficient, cheap and lazy. I don't spray it on the car. I spray it on the ultimate clay towel.
Okay.
and then apply it to the car that way. So you're doing a 2-in-1 sort of deal. The Ultra Clay Towel combined with the iron remover does a great job and saves you a lot of product. Now, some people will spray up to a liter or a quart on a car. It's a little too much. If you're getting the ground red, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Too much.
All right, Joshua says, I'm going to do my first waterless wash on a car. Is it okay to apply a wax or seal on top of that? Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, totally fine.
Whoa,
I was
waterless
just
or
saying,
rinseless?
he may mean rinseless, but he's saying waterless.
Oh,
Go ahead and clarify for
yeah,
us.
waterless. So waterless, you're going to have...
No.
Waterless is going to have, what's it called? It's going to have some type of protective
It has
qualities
kaolin
to it.
clay in it.
Yeah.
Rinseless
A lot of them
is
have
different.
fillers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of them have waxes already. So, but a waterless, no. A rinseless, yes.
Yes.
For perspective, a waterless, you literally don't mix it with anything. It's just right out of the bottle. You use the stuff. If it's rinseless, you're diluting it with water, whatever the solution is, usually like an Onar type
The
thing.
thing is if you wanted to apply a wax over the top, it's not like you can't do it. It's not like
No.
it's going to do any harm. It just may not stick well.
Exactly.
May not. It may smear, may streak.
Yeah. You just open yourself up to some new variables that wouldn't have been there otherwise.
You know, the chemical mixing we were talking about?
Yeah. All right.
Ryan L.
The Eagle tells, is the higher GSM just due to longer pile, or are they more dense?
They're more dense.
They are more
Yeah.
dense.
The GSM is literally the density,
That's what it means.
And I folded some yesterday, and they're nice.
aren't they, though? Jump to page. Let's go.
All right. Yep, you're good.
Okay.
I watched the program that Jack was on, and now that's how I learned from Gloss and ordered Silke, and the product is very versatile for PPF and wrapped vehicles, too. Yeah.
Yes,
There you go. Even for dashboards.
Yeah.
Yep.
exactly.
Car
And Jack
DNA
is just
detailing.
a great guy.
He really is.
Hello, everybody.
The on-screen personality and the off-screen personality are identical because it's not a joke. It's not an act he puts on. He's really that kind of guy.
Yep.
Yep.
Car DNA detailing. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you all together. P.S. Who won arm wrestling? Greetings from Poland. It's our friend Marcin. How are
Hey,
you, brother?
Hey,
Good to
Marcin.
see you, man. Peter Judge. Would there be any benefit to using PNS
Well, hold
peroxide?
on. We didn't answer.
Oh, who won the arm wrestling?
Well, age over beauty.
Oh,
Oh,
there you
okay.
go.
You're going to have to watch the video to find out, actually.
That's the correct answer.
Yeah.
It isn't out yet, but it will be.
Peter
maybe in a few
Judge.
weeks.
Would there be a benefit to using PNS peroxide finisher after Polestar? Yeah, you can. It's just peroxide finisher is just going to neutralize the soaps and stuff. So
Nice. And a bloomer.
Guys, do you know if the Corolla GR will be available in the UK? I've heard rumors it won't be in the UK and Europe, and if it was, I'd use Star Gloss all over it. You have the Yaris.
Yeah, you guys get the
you get
forbidden
the
fruit.
you get
we
the
want
be-
the
you
Yaris.
get, yeah, we want the Yaris. You
And
get
we
the
can't
better
get it.
thing. We'll trade you.
I am surprised though that I have heard the same thing where they're like, they already got the Yaris. We're not going to do the Corolla GR here in Europe because we already have one. It makes no sense to me because what is Europe about in terms of performance cars if not hot hatchbacks? Like that is their thing. Their bread
That's
and
their
butter.
domain.
So I find that unusual. Even with the Yaris in there, it's a two-door. The Corolla opens new opportunities by being a four-door and having a little more space.
Exactly.
So it just seems an odd move.
Too true, Dane.
All right. Next up, Mateus.
Hey guys, hi sir, Lacroix. When and why choose between wool or microfiber? Greetings from Brazil. You're the best.
Hey, Brazil.
Yeah, hello from Canada and Idaho at the moment. But personally, I'm not a big fan of microfiber pads on paint. Now, microfiber pads on seats are spectacular. And microfiber pads for polishing aluminum, love them. But to me, they create just a little bit too much heat. So I prefer wool because it stays cooler. It's nicer. Yes, it might have a bit of linting at the beginning. But other than that, for me, it's a wool pad. And it's all personal preference. I like wool. Some of the guys around the table here prefer microfiber. And there's nothing wrong with either choice. It's whichever one you prefer. So at the moment, get yourself one of each. Try it, see which one you like.
if you're running a lot of different cars through a business or a shop, do not use microfiber on fresh paint.
No.
Yeah. You're gonna
That's
have a
what
bad
wool is
time.
for. You'll melt it.
Yeah.
Now, if you get more of your European clears that are a little harder to cut, you'll find microfiber makes quick work at some of the harder clears and is able to cut a little quicker, but it doesn't have the finishing capability that the wool does. But I'm in the same boat as Ivan. I I always choose wool over microfiber for polishing and
Now, for
compounding.
your towels, microfiber all the way.
Yeah, wool towels don't work as good.
No.
Absolutely. So I think that's a pretty good stopping point for
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Dane, we will probably, what do you think? Break soon?
I think we're going to break after this one more comment. I'm just going to put this on the screen. So it should be a quick one.
It's a good
just
one.
going to put it there. We've got Jordan saying, yo, hope you're all well. Recently did my color lock accreditation, and I am
Nice.
doing more seat repairs than details. I'm really enjoying it.
That's rad. Congrats.
That's
man.
awesome. And, you know, find
the
yourself
goal.
in a unique position there. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, recommend that to anybody who's looking to kind of expand their detailing horizons. Look into the color lock stuff. There's a lot of great opportunities there. Now,
And
what I
great people
will
to
say
color lock.
here is we are going to take a quick little break. Actually, it may be about 4 or 5 minutes, but that's okay. Give these guys a chance to go grab a drink. But in the meantime, we got some fun stuff to show you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after these. Hello, 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 and welcome back from our break. That was kind of fun. We got some
Dane, those were
different
real
folks on there.
commercials.
I was
Yes.
happy to see everything from Brooks to TRC Europe to ExoShield, all these guys. It's great.
Dry Synergy.
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah.
It's like we're a real program now.
Even Scarra was in there, although
Yeah.
that looked like Brian Sextera.
That was Brian's.
Must have shot some videos.
I like all this. Nick, do more of these.
Yes.
This is great. Love
Yeah.
those.
They liked having extra time for the break, too.
Wasn't a bad thing.
Yes. So, let me find out where we were. I was so distracted by how good it was, I didn't actually find my place
So,
here. Oh, yeah, Jordan at the very top there. So let me kick it down one page. Here we go. We got poets.
You seem to have a preference for brands that are difficult to pronounce.
It's just more fun that way.
Yeah.
Peter.
I'm looking forward to trying out the Detail Factory curveball brush. Would that pair well with Plastar dress tires? Peter, I would say no.
No.
I would say with
It's
the
too
curveball
nice.
brush.
Too nice of a brush to be used with tire
Listen,
dressing.
everybody saw Matt's video, Obsessed Garage, of Matt using
Using
that
it.
damn brush on tires. It's too nice for that. I'm telling
too
you.
nice.
Now,
People will do
Wait,
it anyway.
wait.
if you have the budget
wait.
for it, by all
Yeah,
means.
but
We're not stopping you.
wait.
That is true. Certain people,
Hey, you want to spend the money, go for it.
yeah,
But
we can.
wait until the boar's hair version comes out.
Yeah.
Oh.
When
That's
the
going to
boar's
be
hair version comes
more
out, then knock
dedicated.
yourself out, man.
Yeah.
But those
The superfine.
the superfine fibers to white.
I don't think you'll
tire
ever
dressing
clean out
on,
the tire dressing out. I think it'll build up too.
Yeah, I
And
don't
not
like
only
it.
that, you know,
It's too fine.
we did a video earlier this week that we'll see eventually on the Ride Company channel on a hot Italian sports car, red for that.
Yeah.
Two-door.
Yeah, exactly. Convertible.
Exotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Levi used that brush for a very particular purpose, and it worked out great for that. So
Yeah.
we'll just leave you with that little teaser.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Back to Kimberly.
Thanks to Levi and Juan, I removed the salt stains from the driver's side carpet. You guys are making this easy. Well, thanks, Kimberly. That's the
Hey,
goal of it.
excellent.
We're glad you're taking
Why we
it
do
all
this?
and using it.
Yeah.
Gorilla Jeebus, has any one of you ever tried Sonax products?
Yes.
They're big here in Germany and are famous for quite some products. Brilliant Shine Detailer, Polymer Net Shield, Multi-Star. We are familiar with them and actually sat during one of our many trips. I got sunburned sitting next to those guys at a cafe table.
Yeah, with Sonex US.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I got really sunburned.
Dane literally
It
had to
was-
sit in the one spot
Literally,
on a
it
table.
was the whole chair, and they're like, "You have to sit in the sacrificial seat." And I'm looking at it, going, "Oh man!" And
So
I did it
Dane
anyway. And
Sat
I
there
have to say,
and took it for
Took
2
I
hours
did not
of
have sunscreen.
constant
It was
sun.
not good. But
He got baked.
the Sonex
took
US
one for
people
the
were
team.
very nice.
You took one for the
I
team.
really enjoyed talking.
No,
to them.
Sonex products are good products
Yeah.
as well.
I got Mario's here. B&B Blending says hello to testing the best relabeling brand. Oh dear.
We won't
That's-
touch that.
That's
Thanks,
that's a
Mario.
time bomb
Yeah.
for people.
Yeah, at least, hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Rick says, I've tried Sonex. They come close to OPT polishes for me. Very easy to work with and high quality. OPT, though, still king. There you go.
Rick.
That's what we just said.
Yep.
Angelo says, "What pressure washers do you guys recommend? Could you list some just for different price points?" Angelo, seriously, watch that MTM video. I'm sure this comment's
In case
old, so
you're
I'm sure
wondering,
you
though,
probably already are.
I have a Sun Joe. Anthony has a Karcher. Dane has a Walmart
Hyper Tough.
special, Hyper Tough.
Don't
And
take my
Ivan
advice.
has a Ryobi.
Well, in the bus we have a Ryobi, and in our
yeah.
daughter's garage we have a big monster of a 600 volt, 5 horsepower pressure washer.
Ooh.
But we've got it dialed down to 1,000 psi and
Okay.
1 gallon per minute, even though it can produce 5,000 psi and 8 gallons per minute.
Yeah, with 5 horsepower, you're kicking out a chunk.
Yeah. So really, each one of us has a different style pressure washer. The 3 of us or 4 of us really do have all about the same price range, though.
Yeah.
It really just depends on what works best for you.
Exactly.
But watch what Anthony said. They really break it down in a way
Yeah.
that I never even considered. So
Yep.
Razors.
MTM. Sonex has a good quick detailer. BSD.
Anthony tried that on his
Yeah.
4Runner.
Well, no, I was using that BSD for a while. Yeah, I had to cut it 1-to-1 just 'cause I thought it was just went on too thick.
Yeah.
But I think it's a fine product.
The
It's
results look
definitely
good, though.
It's definitely not a lot of people. It's not just a detailer. I think there's honestly some longer protective qualities to it. But I think it's pretty nice. Not as glossy as Beadmaker in my opinion. Not as slick as Beadmaker.
The water behavior
but
was what
water
made it
behavior is pretty good.
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex Dwar says, also ordered a display case for the coins. Can't wait to show them off.
what it's
Alex,
all about.
we're excited for that.
Very excited. Roger.
Hello, all. Just a weekend warrior here. If I use PNS Beadmaker as a drying aid, do I need to reapply Beadmaker after the car is dry to get the full effect of Beadmaker? So, Roger, you've got it backwards. Wash the car, dry it off, apply Beadmaker. Then the next time you wash the car, spray Beadmaker on as a drying aid, and you're fine.
Yeah.
Because the first time you put it on, goes on a little heavier. Every time after that, you're just kind of like rejuvenating.
Yeah.
Exactly.
R53 Maths. Hey, guys, are you looking forward to Waxstock 2020?
Yes.
2022? Yes, I am. I recently sent Dane and Anthony
Itinerary.
my itinerary ideas for what we're going to do, and
Yep.
to Jeff. And
Hope I can make it.
we are, and Anthony is still
You're-
yet to
you're gonna
submit
make
his
that work.
passport
Damn,
I had to
renewal.
send my passport. I literally on Monday was like, hey, I'm sending my passport in today.
He's
And
been
then we
saying
got
that
busy.
every day.
Yeah.
And then I said, all right, Thursday, I'm literally sending my passport in today. Then we got busy. Then tomorrow's
Tomorrow's his
taking
last.
Anthony's
Tomorrow
place at the
is
Waxstock
literally his last day to get it in
yeah.
before he's really could be. screwed.
Yeah, to where I could be potentially screwed. So anyway, that's
So-
what my plan is.
Hopefully you don't get it in tomorrow, and I'll be taking your place at the
Yeah.
Wax.
okay.
That's true. Ivan's just going to be at the airport.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, it's me.
Turns out the bus
Getting here
has
so
an
fast.
amphibious function. He's just driving straight across the Atlantic.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Oh, okay.
No, but we're really excited.
Well,
Can't wait. Very, very excited for it. And Jeff has already been looking at the pods.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
The pods is for the flight?
Oh, man.
No, he is not.
Yes, he
Yes,
is.
he has.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that would be awesome.
So you better get your passport in so you
Yeah.
can go with us.
Otherwise,
he
Ivan's
came over to
taking
my
your seat.
office. Came to my office yesterday to tell me that.
Dude, I
He's
would.
like, I think we can get the pods. And I was
I
like,
would.
So Anthony, we'll see you tomorrow.
Die.
He's off to get his passport done right now.
no, they treat you better in the pods. I know they do.
Yeah.
I know they treat you better
Pod
in
people.
those.
I've flown in the pods before, and yes, they treat you like royalty.
That's what I want. I want to be a pod person.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
if your blanket goes down on you a little bit, they tuck you back in.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
I would like a massage in my pod. Can I request one of
I don't
those?
know. You could see. But if we're flying Virgin, we'll be able to get up and hang out at their bar, too.
Yeah. Because the pod people have a bar,
A
right?
lot of people have a bar that they can sit at.
Watch,
and
we're
read a
gonna say
magazine.
this. We're gonna be an economy in the back,
You're flying
man.
coach, brother.
And Dane's gonna be squished between me and somebody else.
What are you
And-
talking about? They're going to stuff me in the cargo hold.
Yeah,
Dane's
Dane. It's
Dane's
always
crisscross
it's,
applesauce in the
it's what's
seat.
it's just a normal thing that Dane is always uncomfortable in any one of our flights.
Yeah.
It's Dane always goes in the middle.
Which is sad. 'cause I
Which is
actually
the
like
biggest
flying.
guy.
Well, that's because you and I, we value our comfort higher than Dane's comfort.
Like I get anxious if
things I
if I don't sit on the
sacrifice.
aisle. I need to sit on the aisle or have my own pod aisle, right?
Exactly. So, Brian Cal, hello, everyone.
Yes.
TR SEMA was awesome. Excellent job by Levi and Dane. I
Thank
learned
you.
lots, and Tony was good, too. I'm also enjoying Ivan in town. Well,
Brianna,
Ivan's
cool.
enjoying
Thank you.
being in town.
Why am
Separated
I
out.
You did okay.
why am I lots and Tony was good
You
too?
and me, excellent.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah.
I was
It might have
good
been that rant. Just saying.
too. I went
Back
on
to
this
the scent
stupid
again.
scent rant, and everybody is now dismissing me.
Oh, man.
You know,
That's what happens when people don't know who you
Tony
are.
Tuesday.
you know, when I'm in my pod
Yeah.
in a month and a half,
Eating your
right?
gummy bears.
I'll be looking back through those comments, being like, you know, who's on top now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Jeff, see.
What are your favorite products in the Scarra glass line? I've got a lot of product to burn through this year, but I'd like to try a few to get a feel for the brand.
The soaps are delightful.
Even I like the soaps. That's saying a lot.
So they have 3 soaps. They have their snow foam, which is a dedicated snow foam, which is a higher pH cleaner. And then they have Bubbler, which has a gloss additive to it. And then there's Mata, which is just a plain soap. Doesn't have any protective properties to it. It's just a nice, simple soap.
And it smells great.
Yeah, and all 3 of them smell awesome, and those are really good. And then Silke, their quick detailer, is really nice. And I really like everything else in the line. Inni is kind of a neat product that smells good. It's a vanilla interior cleaner.
What was the orange stuff we used on the exotic Italian car?
Forced or the purple
The spray and hose off.
that was forced.
Okay,
No, that was Glatt. The Rinseless Glatt. It's
Can
pineapple
I
stuff.
just say I'm glad any doesn't smell like a belly button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Audi in the next.
Using any on an Audi? Now there's a joke that you could do.
Kevin, G-Technic Leather Guard AB versus Color Lock System. So Leather Guard works really good. I like keeping Leather Guard AB because of the small bottle I can get of it at 250 ml. I like keeping that in the car so I can wipe down my steering wheel because I think it works great for that. The Color Lock system, though, is really designed for leather, preferably. So I'd recommend if you really want to do deep conditioning protection on your seats, that's what Color Lock's designed for.
Yeah.
So
Rune Jensen says, greetings from Denmark. Congrats on a great TRCMA. Thank you, Rune.
Thank you, Rune.
fellow Dane.
Gomez
love
says, favorite car you guys have detailed other than your own? That's a good question. We haven't gotten one of those in a long time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's your favorite car you've detailed, Levi, other than your own, of course, the
My
Elantra?
favorite car I've ever detailed. I did a 51 Lincoln Capri convertible. That was probably one of the most fun cars I did at my shop. I really enjoyed that one.
It's like the most memorable.
The other one was a 62 Pontiac Bonneville convertible that was in a barn. And it literally came to me from a barn. And this was before Larry Casilla was doing these barn details. That's what I was doing.
He's been pretty busy with those lately.
You know, I just didn't have a camera.
Right.
But no, but that's what I did. I Boise Muffler Auto Repair.
Yeah.
They would get these barn finds from customers.
Sure.
And they would bring them to them, and they would say, we wanted these to run. They'd get the tires replaced. They'd replace all the lines, all the hoses. They'd dump
Get
all
rid
the
of all
fluids,
that dry rot first.
put all the new fluids in, and then they'd send it to me, and I would detail it. And I would get it back to as best I could, and then the people would drive them. And that was something that it was pretty fun. Like, that's why I really liked having my shop with them and doing stuff with them, was all the classics that I got to work on. Those were the fun cars that I like to do. Most people look at them and go, oh, it's nothing. I like the stories behind the cars.
It's
more than
special in
anything.
its own way. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. For myself, Sylvie and I we coated a car at the Indy 500 about 6 hours before the race started.
There you go.
So that was an interesting thing. It was all done behind cloak and dagger sort of thing.
Yeah.
The team didn't want any other team to know they had a ceramic coating on the car because it was perceived as an advantage. And actually it was. The car accumulated less rubber on it than the other cars.
That is an advantage.
Right. And most heart-touching one was a gentleman that bought a Chevy Spark.
Oh, okay.
He was retiring. It was his first new car in his life and his last car in his life.
Oh.
And that was actually the most expensive coating bill we ever had in our shop because they wanted that car protected everything. So wheels off, interior coating, glass coating, leather coating, well, vinyl coating, cloth coating or carpet coating, exterior coating, everything.
That must be the only Chevy Spark that was ever done to.
There is a possibility. So, excuse me, it's a $12,000 car with $3,000 worth of coating.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's
But
really
the
impressive.
customer was just, hey, I'm going to keep this car for a long time. It's my first new car. This is what I want.
Yeah.
So never discount that this car isn't worth a coating.
No, of course.
It is.
Yeah.
To the right person, it absolutely could be.
Dane, what's your favorite car you've ever detailed?
Well, I was
isn't
very
yours.
excited to be the one to get rid of a lot of that, that fog that rolled in the morning of Monterey.
Yeah.
And the De Tomaso P72.
The Dane
concept
Tomato.
car, the
as we
prototype.
call it.
Yeah.
That beautiful, beautiful thing and that deep red color with the rose gold interior. That thing was amazing. Other people think it looks a little weird. I think that is one of the coolest looking cars. The second runner-up might be that Jaguar XJR 13. That was like the kind of like home-built one that those folks did.
Yeah.
Kind of greenish color.
That was pretty.
another like childhood car that I was always like, oh, I'm never going to see one of those in real life. And then
In case you're
How
wondering,
actually
Dane
did.
actually did wipe and clean up cars in Monterey.
I helped.
Dane was in there, taking the camera, setting it down, getting the bottle out. He's on there wiping stuff down.
That and maybe seeing an XJ 220 in person, which I'd never.
But
really
but you
gotten
see
the
what I mean? Like
chance before.
that's how I was as a little kid. was just to be able to touch some of these cars.
Yeah.
Like that's where it's the effect of going, oh, these are the cars that I've always wanted to.
And for having the opportunity to, just get a sense of scale and all that stuff in person and really like, okay, now my mind's eye
Tactile.
can meet reality and this is what it's actually like. So it was really cool. That and the Porsche 959 that Max brought here one time, that was super cool to be able to see in person as well. What about you, Anthony?
I forgot about that 959.
I love
forgot
that
that was a
959.
thing.
You got to experience riding in it, though.
Did I forget some of these things sometimes? Like you're asking me the favorite car.
Some people might consider that the experience of a lifetime, and you forgot about it.
I forget about it all the time.
Car's just a car.
I would say though, like the Monterey thing, you get to knock out like 50 birds.
It's a bucket list. Yeah.
It's like you get to do everything. So I don't know if those. I mean, you can count them, but I mean, I just.
Especially this last year, like with all the there were some real pieces this last year.
Once again, I'm not interested in like generic supercar that whatever rich guy gets number 500 out of whatever. It's the truly like you're not seeing this any other time. The
one-off,
right here, right now, because
Yeah.
they only made this one.
I also don't care about that kind of stuff. Like honestly, I would say a car that would be my favorite thing to detail would be something that like I haven't done yet. Like I want to detail like an R34 GTR, like like a V-Spec 2 or something like cool that I'm interested in, right? Because the high-end exotic stuff, I'm just not into it.
No.
It's cool, but I'm just not. I just don't care. Like when I was wiping into that LaFerrari, I was like, I can't wait till I'm done with this because I'm annoyed.
I don't get as
at
excited
wiping
about the
this
LaFerrari.
car.
It's these other ones that are like less.
Well,
common
we were
in terms
wiping
of
down
what
that
it's
wiped
like
down.
and all
Remember that? There's
yeah.
that yellow P1 me and Nate were doing for a while, and I was like, I'm annoyed with how much surface space there is on.
I
this
think the
vehicle.
one that all of us really did like though was that first edition Bronco.
That was
Yeah, that's cool.
I think
that
it was the only
cool.
car we all
Actually,
walked around
so
and we were
even
like,
despite the fact that the paint
the new
wasn't
Bronco.
the best, I didn't know that it had single stage and clear coated paint. Would have been probably that Ford GT.
Yeah.
That Heritage Edition.
Yeah, the one in the Golf livery. The
the one in the Golf
edition.
livery. I think that was because I had a good day and a half or 2 days with that car. I think I had a pretty good time with it, but wasn't my favorite car.
And being able to tell a member of the Ford family about the vinyl stripe.
That was pretty
That was a
cool.
unique
I know. I
experience.
told the guy. I told which Ford.
He was one of the Ford sons.
one
I
of the
forget
Ford
which
sons,
one.
and I
but
said-
he has a GT or two of his
Yeah,
own.
and I said, "Hey, did you know that stripe is single stage orange?" And he goes, "I did not know that. That's interesting." I said, "Yeah, it's held together with a piece of black vinyl
It's just black vinyl.
onto the blue clear coat on the blue portion." He goes, well, "That's very interesting."
He said he was going to go talk to somebody.
He's
about
like, I want to talk to him. I want to ask about that. I'm like, I'm not trying to
you
cause a
just
problem.
you just
I'm trying to
ruined
get
somebody's
anyone in
day
trouble
down the line.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting for a however many hundreds of thousands of dollars that car's worth.
Now
So
it's ridiculous.
now it's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, fun, interesting experiences.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with a normal car getting a lot of love.
Mike asking, have y'all got the new G-Technic stuff? We got G-Technic, but if you mean the new bottle, the new labels, we don't have them yet.
They made a point during their presentation to say, it's not here yet. This is a preview.
Yeah.
Enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
At work, but like your products. Keep losing towels. Need some more.
There you go.
Towels tend to walk away by themselves when you have a high quality, really soft towel.
They do.
There's usually a few suspects around of people who like to walk away with the nice ones.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Scott Mattern says, "Good afternoon, fellas. My dog likes to try to drink from my Onar bucket.
Oh.
Is it an emergency situation if a dog drinks Onar, or is it relatively safe to use around animals?"
Compared to any other chemical, it's
not benign. I wouldn't encourage your dog to drink out of the
Don't let him
O&R
do it a
bucket.
lot.
And maybe find a way to keep your dog away while you're detailing cars.
Yeah.
But if they were going to have any chemical at all, period, I guess it's less of an emergency there than the other
Yeah,
ones.
but it's still not a good thing.
It's still not good.
Ivan does not want to have somebody's
I know.
with their dead
I'm
dog
not trying to
knocking on
avoid
his
that.
door
I
saying,
just try not to give somebody a heart attack either.
Rick Heine says, I used a, what the heck?
Nilfisk
Nilfisk.
MH3C 0.600 LU 2.65 gallon per
lot of
minute,
numbers.
145
Oh my goodness.
bar or 2100 psi with a 25-degree nozzle and a long bent lance. Works absolutely perfect for me. Not too weak, not too strong.
Sounds
There
like
you
a
go.
great
Are you
setup.
by chance an obsessed garage fan?
I like
or
it.
Forensic
I like it,
detailing
Rick.
fan? You're very
2.65
technical, and I
GPM. I believe I
appreciate
could do
that.
some of that power. Am I right?
Yeah.
Let's see. We have
Keeping you up.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Okay.
In technicality, G-Technic claims 1 year for seats, not going through normal wear and tear, or to reapply their leather sealant in 3 to 4 months for heavily used seats like the driver's seat. Okay.
Okay, I guess it's
I guess he was
statement.
answering someone else's question.
Yeah. So
Random
Tom
question.
here-
Is there a good funnel for transferring Onar or Beadmaker or rags to riches from a gallon or 5-gallon jug into a pint sprayer? Yes. If you look on our website, we have various 5-liter heads. Also, you can go to like U.S. Plastics and you can buy your own caps and covers and things like that. And you can also just go to a
auto parts
Auto
store
parts
for
store and pick
funnel.
up a funnel.
It's really,
Yeah.
they'll all be fine. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of how big you want the
not really a
nozzle to be.
good funnel. They're all funnels.
A funnel is a funnel is a funnel.
Yeah.
It depends on the handler.
Yep,
whether you
exactly,
take it or
Tom. Mean Bee, happy Friday
Happy
Eve.
Friday Eve.
not. Happy
What's up,
Friday Eve.
Joe Johns, hey guys, congrats on the great TRC. Thanks,
Thanks, Joe.
Dan Dez, awesome people. Thank you.
Oh, look at that. Canadian.
Lil Homie 86 says, hey guys, I have some leftover CSL Exo. Can I store it and for how long? I plan on using the rest to coat my other car in a few weeks. Really about a few weeks, as long as it's
Yeah,
cracked. I
CSL
don't like
will
keeping
start
it much
to-
longer than at least 90 days cracked.
Yeah.
Find some place to use it. soon.
Yeah.
Starts to react. Cameron Mazzina says, besides Beadmaker, what can I top Uno Protect with?
C2V3.
Yeah, C2V3. Found out I had pretty good results. Brent Eakin says, hey, I listen to every episode, but I don't make it to many lives. Glad I made it to one with the great Yvan Lacroix.
Oh.
Keep up the great work that all you do for the industry. Yeah.
Well,
Thank,
thank
you,
you.
Brent.
Yep.
It's very
Hans, have you guys tried Uno and Parlo like Uno Beadmaker combo? Yes, I have.
That's like everybody's immediate go-to. It's like, different sealant? Try that.
No, yeah, I have, Hans. It works fine. Chris, great info. Hope to hear more from Yvonne soon.
You will.
Think you have been.
Jacob
Yeah.
Terry, I did a rinseless wash and it didn't seem to clean as good as my chenille mitts do.
Well,
Oh, with your OBS, with your ultra black
Oh,
sponge.
okay.
That's what he's
Practice
back.
makes perfect,
Yeah,
Jacob Terry.
You gotta, practice makes perfect. Don't wring out the sponge. Make sure you leave a little bit of liquid, but not so much that you're soaking
Yeah.
everything.
it's capable of doing everything your chenille mitts are.
Yeah.
Hello from France.
Hello.
Bonjour, Nico.
Casey.
Can we expect a video about PNS dress soon? I'm in need of a restock on something for tire shine and dressing and would love this crew's input. If we get it, yes. As of right now, just watch the
No, we
PNS
have it.
TRCMA.
We have it.
We have dressed.
Saw boxes of it.
Okay, so we have it. I guess.
So,
Stay tuned.
We'll get there.
bum, bum, bum.
Josh Details. Just received my MTM gun cannon package and detail factory brush I ordered during TRC. I'm one happy camper. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Josh. Anthony,
Excellent.
we're going to have to power through some of these. We're at 45 minutes behind and we got 30 minutes left.
Yes,
yeah.
you can.
And I can't
J&J
speak.
Mobile Detailing in Donington, Pennsylvania.
Okay, Rocky Iverson.
Rocky Iverson.
Rocky Iverson says, can I even explain pinning two 56-gallon buckets together using the top as a filter by drilling holes in the bottom?
So it's basically a poor man's grit guard, and it's at the 5-gallon level of the bottom bucket. You put in some plastic trim pins that you can buy at any automotive store, and the inner bucket has holes drilled in the bottom to act like a grit guard. And it also elevates your bucket a little bit so you're not bending over quite as much.
There you go.
Okay.
CJ Byrne 27 says, I've really enjoyed the bus build on Instagram. I like seeing your travels with your wife across the continent.
Well, thank you very
A
much.
LaCroix Cruiser fan. Joey Belinsky. I've been trying to get my wife to watch Demolition Man for our entire 10 years together. She doesn't know what she's missing out on. You know what, Joey?
Do it,
It's for
Joey.
some people.
Joey.
It's maybe not for others, but I will say, if she doesn't enjoy the whole jokes about, like, Taco Bell in the future and the Pizza Hut stuff and
Yeah.
the whole, like, having to wear the visors for various activities, that stuff gets pretty bad. Do you have the shells? Yeah, anyway, funny stuff. But
Joey, you're always welcome to Dane's house to watch Demolition Man with him and his massage chair.
you can sit in the massage chair.
Yep.
Jeff C., I want to start offering an express coating package with a wash, 20-minute one-step, and PNS sold to family friends. If I repeat that process on an annual basis, would you recommend polishing every year? It depends on the car.
Yeah. And how long do they want to keep it? Because every time you're polishing, you're removing a little bit of paint.
Yeah.
Paul
Allen. Hey, guys. Great. The master himself is here. I'm washing my motorcycle always with Onar. Can I use an APC on dirty parts, then rinse with Onar and wash with Onar afterwards?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. People do it all the time.
Yep.
Jeff C. saying, or would decon alone be enough to recoat with salt?
Yes.
There you go. Laughs. It's a very bad picture of my 392 Charger. I could tell based on the
Nice.
color and the shape it was a Charger.
I
but
didn't
it's
know if
very
it was a
pixelated.
Kia, Stinger, or a Charger. But
Nice of you to think a Kia Stinger.
well, I assumed.
I have the Buff Daddy himself calling me, Kevin
K5
Brown.
output.
Do you have Kevin Brown calling you?
Look at that.
What's he wanting?
Probably wants me to send him some towels.
He's watching the show right now
Yeah.
and wants to offer up a question. We got Mazzina here. Used color lock for the first time last weekend and made me wonder. It says if you see gray, you applied too much protector, but what if the interior is gray? How do you tell?
Well, so that's on black. It's gray. It's because it's a milky substance, which means you've added too much product on it. And when it dries, protector turns is white. So that's what they mean by that. So if you're not seeing anything and it's still looking nice and gray, then you're just fine. Yeah.
Okay.
It dries invisible, but if you leave it to where it's too much pooled in a section, you're going to have a white kind of stain there. That's what's going to happen.
Okay. This one we already touched on earlier, but
Yep.
go back and
Already
check
did that
out if
one,
you haven't.
Gomez.
There's some good answers there.
Do you think expandable hoses are good or just a gimmick for mobile detailing? Weekend Warrior. If you like using a expandable hose, I found that they don't really last very long.
Yeah,
We carry
I
one
see
in the
that.
bus just
The big
for
downside.
space purposes.
Yeah.
That's the whole advantage is the fact that they don't take up as much room as a traditional
Yeah, but if
hose.
you're using a hose all the time for
You're gonna be
everything,
replacing
Oh,
it
no,
more
no.
often.
you're going to need something a lot stronger. But if like how Ivan uses it for you're not doing cars every day.
No.
Yeah. So that's why it works for home use, like watering flowers, things like that, because you're not really pulling that hose out. and
Being that
running
he's a
lot of
weekend
water.
warrior, though, he may get more life out of it.
You might be fine. Spirit Fine Detailing, South Bay Porsche Detailing. What's the best ceramics for the motorcycle tank? High contact area, prone to scratches. Anthony.
Best ceramics for the motorcycle tank, high contact area. Gosh, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
it's tough because the thing is how much tanks get touched. It's insane. I would recommend just putting paint protection film over, especially if it's your own. But I mean, I don't know. We sell Legend, which is pretty tough. There's some other stuff on the market that's pretty tough, but I mean, it's still going to get marred. If there's dust in the tank and you rub your gloves all over it, it's still going to get marred up. It's almost impossible. Like you guys know how crazy I'm about my tank.
Oh, yeah.
Like I had there's people that the first thing they want to do, they want to go up to the tank and they want to put their hand on it.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well, you recall the first time you met Yvan Lacroix, you had your bike at my shop.
I did, yeah.
And Ivan looked at it and goes, "Who details your bike for you?" And you said, "I do."
I do.
And Ivan and I looked at each other, and then we asked you how many miles you had on that bike.
Yeah, I had quite a few miles on it. But I'm pretty particular about that kind of stuff. But I have a black bike, and I don't know. I would say Legend would be great. I probably wouldn't do CSL or EXO, in my opinion. I have CSU on it right now, and it's held up pretty good. But I think the overall MAR resistance isn't as much there. So between the stuff that we sell, Inspiration,
Legend.
Legend.
Some along those lines. But PPF,
Anything else,
the nice
Levi?
thing about
That's about right.
the nice thing about PPF is the damage that happens to it happens to the PPF, not your tank. So when the PPF comes off, you have a nice tank underneath. You can either recover it, or when it comes time to sell it, somebody else can.
or
deal
you
with it
just
the way they
just let it go.
or you accept that things are going to happen.
Or you coat it and still just be okay
Yeah.
with it getting marred up,
Yeah.
and then the coating will still be on there, and you just let it go
Yep.
and don't
You're-
worry about it, because the thing is, motorcycle people don't notice that crap. They go
Generally, no.
they're the type of people that strap bags to their tanks and things like that, and it gets jacked up, right? But people still go, "Wow, that's a good looking bike right there." I'm like, really? It's missing paint from here and here.
I wanted
Nice.
to point out specifically, though, on your bike, it makes a difference because your bike, the Triumph, is a limited edition, very special, the paint and everything. It's very specific. On a more general motorcycle where you can just go and get another one or whatever, okay, maybe you don't care as much about
Some
the wear and
bikes,
tear. Some people care more.
Some
but,
bikes
you know,
have some bikes are
a guy with a Harley that has a custom paint job on it and stuff. Yeah, you might want to protect that.
well,
more,
and some of the
but-
plastics on bikes. So like some tanks will have plastic covers on them. Some will be what
about a fine
steel,
leather good?
Some like there's all these different ways that the motorcycle paint is done on these things, but some of them are just easy replacements, like
It's a swap.
like
right
on
off
any of the Honda CB300, the street bikes, you can just buy new plastic tank covers for them for like $30 a side.
Done.
And then you just have an extra set when you go to sell it, throw them on and send it on its way.
Yeah.
But then there's certain tanks that are cruisers or street bikes that have, special colors.
Yeah.
Protect it, do what you can.
Yeah.
All right, Samantha, flex fixed rotation versus Rupes fixed
Do you like
rotation.
red or black?
Do you like left or right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's really it. I'm not a big fan of forced rotation or fixed rotation. That's just not the way.
We've tried for many years
can't
to
get into
try
it.
to get on board with it. We've tried.
No.
Grant Hawtrey says he's thinking of a number between 8 and 10. Anthony, could you guess that?
Ooh, 8 and 10. I'm going to go with 10.
Okay.
9.
Mario Santiago, greetings from Puerto Rico. I asked, it seems that the Royal Minx is going to disappear. Which towel is going to officially replace it? So the Royal Minx Royale hasn't disappeared yet. We still have it.
Yeah.
You can still use it. And we haven't talked about getting rid of it.
No, we won't. Honestly, we
got
think
rid of
the Minx Royale,
not the Minx
The standard
Royale.
mix was
considering the fact that it's got the that very special microfiber feel, the weave on that is very different than anything else we have. We don't see a need to get rid of it, especially since we put that satin border on it. I would like to see a revision of that towel down the road.
And I think that's what
which
you're thinking
I'll
of, is we've
probably,
talked about that.
I'll
Yeah.
probably head that to find a way to make it better. But the edgeless Minx is the one that we had maybe some linting issues with. The Minx Royale solved a lot of that.
Yeah.
Mazzino, whenever I used IK trigger sprayers, they stay strong for a couple pulls and spray weak for a couple pulls. Try messing with different amounts of product in the bottles to no avail. Weird. I don't know. Might be just a production issue with the Canyon sprayer. I don't know, Cameron. Angelo, what are your thoughts on the new graphene coatings? Do you guys think they're better than traditional ceramic coatings? Jury's still out on that, Angelo.
Let me
What does Ivan think?
Well, graphene is a good thing if it's incorporated properly into the mixture. And not every chemist has figured out how and why graphene works.
Right.
So you'll have some companies say, no, graphene is just a hoax. It doesn't work until they figure it out. Then all of a sudden, look, we have a new graphene coating.
Yeah.
So
The other thing is the amount of graphene in the coatings.
Right. And it doesn't need to be a lot. If someone is starting to tout percentages and stuff like that, you know that it's a marketing thing. But graphene, yes, it is real. It does exist, and it does help a coating. Basically, the only thing that graphene does is make it water spot resistant. That's the only difference I've seen between an SiO2 coating and a graphene coating is increased water spot resistance, but it's not water spot proof.
There you go.
That's an excellent
Which
point.
would be a
Yeah.
it's like
The holy grail.
I'm saying that like between the two, resistance versus like water spot proof, right? It's like then what's the level of water spots that you have, right? And then how bad are the water spots?
What's the mineral
and
content of the water?
What's the mineral
what's the
content
hardness
of the water, right?
that
So
you're
then
getting
sometimes
sprayed
the
with?
argument is that it's just a
There's a
wasted
threshold
argument.
there
But
somewhere.
one beside each other on the same vehicle, parked beside a sprinkler, you have a better chance of surviving with the graphene than you do with SiO2 or SiC or whatever.
Yeah.
Grant Hawtrey says, thoughts on the new GR Corolla Circuit Edition. Grant, we just talked about how we all want one.
Well,
Yeah.
specifically the circuit
Yeah,
edition
no,
gets
we all want one.
the different hood and the bulged hood
Yeah,
with the vents
I want that.
and
I
the
want that
larger
one.
rear wing.
Yeah,
which
Dane, I want that one.
I would
So I
not
just said.
touch the core version. If I was going to get that, I would have to get the circuit edition.
Oh yeah, no,
I would touch the core version because I would buy that core version.
No.
Because I don't have the money to buy the Circuit Edition.
could add the
but
parts
the
later.
thing is, the circuit would probably be maybe I'm guessing a $4,000 increase.
The main thing I'm thinking is if you bought the core version and you tried to upgrade it to be
It'd
like the
cost like
circuit
10 grand to
edition,
do it.
you would spend more getting all those individual parts and adding them.
Do you know how much
the
it
time
costs to
took
make a carbon
versus
fiber
just-
roof or to swap a roof?
The roof is where it gets.
I don't
really
think, and it's
difficult.
not a cap either. I believe it's
No,
an
it's a-
actual.
No, it's
full
actually
roof.
real. forged
Real carbon
yeah.
fiber.
But I thought
forged
they all
carbon.
have the full roof.
No, not all. No,
Not the core
no,
version.
No, not the core. Yeah, not the core. Is not the forged.
So yeah, the circuit edition
carbon.
goes a
See
little
how
further.
we'll see how
move
it
on
shakes
from
out.
the Toyota commercial.
All right, 44 minutes left and 20 minutes to go. All right. R53 MAFs. I'm doing a full
Koi.
respray on my Mini Cooper before wax stock. I'm going to show it indoors. What protection do you recommend for fresh paint? Good luck on getting the top 16 R53 MAFs. I'm excited to see what you have to offer. Protection do you recommend for fresh paint? Just wax or a sealant.
Yeah.
No need to put a ceramic on it because nowadays cars are still off-gassing for up to 3 years, depending on the clear coat that you're putting on. You can
Wax
still smell
stock-
reducer.
Waxstock
So-
has one of the most impressive shows in the
It
parking
is one of the
lot
most impressive
Yes.
for that
car
kind of thing.
shows.
More
And it's too short.
clean,
One
very
day
short.
is not enough.
well
Oh my God,
detailed
it is
cars.
short. It is such a short show.
Yeah.
You're
So-
blinking, it's over.
But wax or
Please, sir,
sealant.
another day.
Hard waxes are nice. I like the candy they do compared to like a soft wax. But I don't know, man. We'll have to see what your car looks like. Grand Autry, Anthony, Motive DVD has pushed the GR Yaris motor to around 500 horsepower on the
saw
wheel.
that.
Go Detailer, go. Yvonne, you're the man. Glad to see you on here.
Real quick, no, go Detailer, go. You were one of the winners of the Rupas giveaway. I hope you were aware of that because I couldn't find a way to contact you otherwise.
Yeah.
So if you haven't already gotten in touch with Rupas, please send me an email, dane@theradcompany.com, and just know you were one
You may
of
have
the
just
two.
made that guy's day. He
So
may have
I don't
not
know if
known
you're
that
aware,
yet.
but as soon as I saw your name, I got excited. I'm like, yes, okay, I need to tell you this. So please, give me an email, and I will hook you up with Dylan so the rest can be handled there. But yeah,
Hey, speaking of giving things away, some people may have noticed that behind Anthony, instead of his beautiful face on the poster there's a little sticker.
LaCroix cruiser sticker.
Right.
How do they get those?
So at some point, Dane is just going to go fling and pick a winner, and we'll send you that sticker.
There you
close
go.
my eyes, point at a comment, and that person gets a sticker.
Yeah.
Mazina had a chance to have a good conversation with Stjarnaglas, and man, is Jack, I think that's his name, an awesome guy. Maybe want to buy his products that much more. There you go, Cameron.
Agreed.
Nick Stessman, the conversation about wool versus microfiber pads was very informative. You're welcome. Kimberly, on Sunday, had a black car shiny, but totally blanked on the tires, picking up Plastar this Saturday. Good thing it's been raining the last 3 weeks. Woo!
Yeah.
That worked. Rag Company loves Brooks. Sean Prenz, 104 watching. Let's get some more likes on this.
Yeah,
Thank
click
you,
the thumbs
Sean.
up.
Rick Heine, May 10th, OPT container incoming to TRC EU. Save the date. Thanks, Rick. So a little restock OPT. Mean B 392, that dry synergy is some very interesting stuff. Well, for me at least.
It's
lol.
very cool.
It is, yeah.
Kimberly, Tony, how does this sound? Steak tacos topped with fresh cilantro onions with the best hot and spicy chipotle salsa
Oh,
ever.
gosh.
Chipotle.
Kimberly,
Love Chipotle.
So we're
sauce.
coming
When-
over for supper tonight.
When and
coming up.
where?
Yeah, she's got-
When and
she's got
where?
dinner ready.
Sign us
I
up.
will be there. I'm excited.
Go T. Taylor Go,
delicious.
who won the Rupes, one of the Rupes polisher kits. Yvonne, what would you say Onar 256-1 is sufficient as a drying aid? I'm currently using Meg's Last Touch spray detailer. Am I good to cut it out of my order list to just go with ONR?
Yes, just you don't with ONR you don't need a drying aid. You don't need a drying lubricant. We'll put it that way. Now you can use a drying aid, and there's a lot of better stuff than Meg's out there. Just saying. You know, Meg's not a bad product, but the chemistry in this world has evolved a little bit, and there's a lot of great products. One I used and loved was the Silke from Stjarnaglas. That's one, but there's a lot of good ones out there.
Yep.
You know, maybe spice it up a little bit, get something different.
So one more reiteration, go T. Taylor Go. Please send me an email, dane@theradcompany.com. I'll help you out with that. The other winner was R. Lee Steele. That's Steele. So if you can find a way to contact them, I haven't seen him in the comments here, but if that guy shows up somewhere, that was the other winner of the Rupes giveaway. So just want to note that. All right, I got Alex here.
Anthony would have actually enjoyed flying if he flew in a pod. I agree.
All right, be a pod person, Anthony.
Yes.
Aw.
Kimberly,
Oh, thank you, Kimberly. Thank
That's
you very
nice.
much.
all your dang it's. Dang it.
Anthony submitting his passport application at the back door of Boise State is sure to raise some flags for secondary inspections at customs. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Alex got stopped on his way back into Canada.
Yeah.
or something.
Sometimes you got to go through the back door in college, right?
Yeah.
Grant Hotry says, my favorite car I detailed was probably a 1939 Packard convertible used by President Truman.
Oh, nice.
Very
Pretty rad.
cool.
Yeah. Dracula detail. Why are PNS coatings almost double the price of brands like Guion and CarPro? I was surprised by the price since they're the only products that are usually much cheaper than those other brands.
Have to ask Dave.
Yeah, you're going to have to ask them. Find out. Dave will be on the 21st for Ask a Chemist. So
Oh, nice.
guys
Yeah.
can talk to him then.
Yep.
Hans, Scent Rant 2.0.
Also,
No.
look at the quantities.
Scott. I just like to say hello to Ivan. Much respect, sir.
Oh, very
Well, hi,
nice.
Scott.
Isaiah, do I need 2 different clay towels? One used for wash clay wax with the OPT system, the other designated for iron remover, or is one just fine? Thank you. Just one.
One.
Just wash
Yeah,
it out.
just one.
But be sure to get your towel from the rag company. The perforated clay towel that the rag company sells, I had a hand in designing. But anyways, great towel, and it is safe with both.
Yep.
Nick Stessman, Levi and Ivan, knowing what you know now, what is something you would change about your shop business model if you could go back in time? That's a hard one.
Yep.
I'd use more technology now.
Yeah, it's changed a lot in the last 40 years, but hire employees sooner than later.
Yeah.
The help helps.
I would use more of the CRM systems like RoadFS or Urable, things
Yeah.
like that. Do more stuff on the fly.
Yeah, but they they weren't around 40 years ago.
No.
You had a pen and paper.
Exactly.
How do you clean fabric roof rinseless when it's full of mold?
Ooh.
If it's full of mold, get a mold abatement company. Don't do it yourself.
So there you go.
That is a biohazard.
Yeah, definitely.
Helio Castillo, good afternoon, fellas. One question. I have a 2008 Land Rover, just like Gabe,
Yeah.
with a small house paint splatter
No
on the
difference
hood and front
whatsoever.
fenders. Would you also suggest using a compound with microfiber pads to remove? House paint splatter should come off with hot water. Honestly, if it's latex house paint, you can
It
usually
depends
get
how
it
long
out.
it's been baking on
True,
there, too.
that's the other thing.
Yeah.
I like trying to take like boiling hot water
Yeah.
and soak in some microfiber towels that you plan on killing. But put those in that hot water and set them on those spots. If there's a few spots, should soften it up pretty good, and you should be able to wipe it right off or start to peel it off or whatever you need. If it's tiny specks and it's been on there a while, if you have access to a steamer or a hot water pressure washer, things like that, you can activate it with that.
Yeah.
It usually comes off pretty quick. Lacquer
Ivan,
thinner.
what do you think, Ivan?
I use a razor blade.
I thought you were going to say that.
Honed razor blade. If you're
I
wondering
had
how
a
to
feeling.
do that,
I had a feeling that
There's
Ivan
a
was going to take a
video.
razor blade. I feel like he was gonna sand down the sides, or what do you call it? You
Yeah,
take
we
the
prepped
sides.
the razor blade, but
Yeah.
there's a video, and
we have
it's
it.
on the Rag Company YouTube channel that hopefully you're subscribed to. You've hit the notification bell and given a thumbs up. That being said,
put a little Onar on there. You could put anything on there and start scraping.
Optimum car wax works great
Yeah.
for that. But the prepped razor blade is actually what companies use when they're doing overspray removal.
Yep.
Because you're compounding and polishing, what you're going to be doing is, yes, you're removing some of that spot, but you're also removing the paint around it.
Mm-hmm.
And a properly prepped razor blade with a bit of practice, you won't scratch the vehicle in any way.
There you go.
There's also a video where Anthony removes road paint from a blue Acura NSX in a Wash Wednesday that was put on by Rob Dahm underneath and the side there that I know you had to use a razor for at some point.
And
that-
another trick that works is
what did I
Vaseline.
use? I don't even remember.
Huh?
Another thing that works is Vaseline.
Yeah.
Put it on, let it sit for like 24, 48 hours, then wash it off.
Yep. Mahani Active. Can you use Power Clean Optimum with rinseless ONR and not use water at all? Yes, you can. Randy, got me a couple curveball brushes, and they are better than I hoped. I noticeably sped up my details both inside and out. Attacking complicated front grills is actually fun with it.
That's
Boom.
a big win right there. Yes.
Saving you time. Andre, can leather car seats be too new for conditioning or coating, or is that not a concern? So, Andre, you can get a new leather care kit from the Rag Company that has the sealant that goes over that provides abrasion resistance. It also provides some conditioning, but it's permeable, so it's not going to hurt anything. So you can put that on. You can do a conditioner. Just look on our YouTube channel. We've got a video with Color Lock, them explaining the difference with the new car leather kit.
Yep.
So check it out.
Hello
Anthony?
from Orlando, GI Clean. Thanks, Anthony.
Hello. Do you recommend System X?
Yeah.
That's a fair
We haven't really
response.
spent a lot of time with it, so I'm
No.
going to say no. Dino, hi, awesome people. Do you guys think that ONR could help out when washing carpeted wheel arches because of the encapsulation? Could it make it easier to wash them out faster? Carpet sucks.
Yeah.
Carpet
It
wheels.
does.
Basically spray the ONR on, let it sit for 5 minutes or whatever, then hose it off. Yes, you will get a better thing.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people do as a mistake on those carpeted liners is put water on them. Dry brush first. That's going to get a lot more out than trying to create that.
Yeah.
You're creating mud instead of getting dry dirt out.
So you know what I saw? I saw
know
that
that
TikTok hack. I'm very interested for this theory. Massage gun on the carpeted fenders, right? From underneath,
gun or
right?
whatever.
Put that on a high setting and buzz all that sand out of there first, like just like you would with brushing it. Buzz it out, right? It's like you're shocking it. And then from there, pressure washing everything on, seeing what happens.
That's a good idea.
That's
I'm
clever.
curious to see how much loose. It would probably destroy the massage gun. Maybe wrap it with like put it in a baggie.
You could
actually
put
use
a barrier.
just like-
in
you
there,
You could use
yeah.
a random orbit sander and get
Yeah.
that vibration going as well.
Just you get that vibration, it should loosen a lot of that crap up. So, anyways, I know we're short on time, Dane. So you have to use your fingers and blast.
10
them. So
minutes.
it's-
Here we go. Let's ready.
Blast
We're
away.
21 minutes with 10 minutes left.
21 minutes to blast.
All right, get those fingers ready for blasting.
Here we go.
Steven, any tips on dressing honeycomb trim without a lot of pain besides aerosols? Not really trying to breathe in Stoner's trim shine for the next 20 years of my life. You can spray a liquid dressing
Yep.
in there and let it sit, and then come
Small
back and just
HVLP
wipe
gun.
the edges.
Yep. Hans
not
closes and
hard.
says, "I got a funnel I can screw onto a bottle. I'll post a picture in the group tomorrow. Right
Thank
on,
you, man.
Thank you.
DSL Dark Lord Spaniard says, "What do you think about using electric leaf blower compared to microfiber for car drying? I'm afraid to hurt paint with microfiber." Okay, first off, our microfiber is amazing. Will not hurt your paint, but it work smarter, not harder. If you can use a blow dryer to blow certain areas off and then touch up with a towel, do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Strategic choice.
Randy Rochefort, do you have an ETA on PNS Natural Finish? I picked them up and love it, but I'd much rather pick it up from TRC. I don't at the moment. J&J says, my question was skipped. I want to know if ONR can be used in a Lake Country 400 pad washer.
Well,
yeah,
in the
we said
4,000
yes.
pad washer, yes, you can.
Yes, we did answer your question, JJ. We
actually
said
answered
yes.
it. Yeah.
That is, yes, you can.
What can they use in the exhaust tips to keep them looking nice? A coating.
Yeah, metal polish and some C4
Yep.
or C5.
C5.
Natural finish is really great. Totally love it.
There you go, Demo. Wow, Anthony getting Tad rage quit with bike tanks. Calm down, it's just a bike tank.
Oh, here he goes.
Dracula detail. When will the Smitten return? Soon as it comes over in a container. That's literally been in production.
Waiting.
We've got last count, guys. We had over 21 containers from between the factory and Seattle.
Zemo 1000
All with
says,
products.
finally ordered my coins. Can't believe Hans did not buy
I
all
came
of them.
close.
impressive.
We had to do we had to double check. Eric Hughes, every time I use bead maker or Onar glass, I always have smears and streaks once it gets dark and the light shines through my windshield, but I'm wiping like crazy after I apply it. Any
You're
ideas?
using too much liquid.
Yeah.
There you go. Dino, G-Technics all ceramic coatings are gas permeable, so you can use them on a car, not on fresh clear. Dino, they do say that. My experience, it doesn't work. It doesn't.
Give it a chance.
Yeah, let it.
First.
Fresh paint, fresh clear coat. I wouldn't even think
Wait,
about putting a coating on it
a
for at
month?
least a year.
Or year. Oh, wow.
Especially we're talking UK.
And it's
Not a lot of sun to bake that out.
and it's factory clear coat is not the same as aftermarket clear coat.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Mean B.
Mean B392, congrats, go Detailer, go. Alex Dwar says, I need a fellow Canadian sticker. Piggy Trucker Jones, hey guys, I tuned in late, but I will confine you on Spotify later. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Piggy.
Yeah.
Mitchell Long, hey, it's Ivan, love the live streams. Big car killer. Ivan, I only have a DA, and I recently found out it's hard to cut light scratches out of a harder paint. What type of compound pad combo would you suggest I use?
I like a short nap wool pad with a foam backing and choose the compound of your choice.
There you go. Marco. Hey, guys, recently bought a DA. Now I want to do polishing on my car. It's a Fiat with soft black paint, but I don't know which brand I should buy, like Kosh Chemi, but I don't know which combo. So I would just pick up the last cut, and a couple pads and use that. That would work the best for you, honestly, Marco.
Yeah.
I think it would give you the best bang for your buck. Pick up some HDOs or some SDOs. Have some fun.
All right.
Have you ever heard of EOCar brand, or maybe use it? Some garages use them, and their work looks great. I never heard of
Nope.
I'm not
EOCar
familiar with
brand.
that one.
Holy smokes! Did I win the hybrid?
So I don't remember the exact specifics, but you did win. You were one
Email
of two people
Dane.
who won the Rupas giveaway from TRCMA. So I need you, once
you
again,
sure?
if you've already sent
Are
it.
you sure if he wants? Because if he doesn't want to take it, I mean, I'll take whatever he didn't win.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was
Ivan would take
told-
it.
okay,
Levi would
Dane
take
at
it.
theragcompany.com.
Yes. So I have made a point to try and reach out to people wherever I can find them, and you happen to be here. I want to make sure you're made aware. That's why I took the chance to set it. Yes. Send me an email, Dane at theragcompany.com, and I'll talk to you there. Okay?
Hideo Castillo says, I recently received my Rupes DA polisher. What pad should I order for
The yellow
Uno
wool
Protect?
and the blue wool.
Yeah.
You can do 90% of the
Yeah.
cars with just those two pads.
Wool it up.
Protect.
Dracula Detail says, can you invite KXK on at some point to make up for their absence at TRC?
We've
Yeah,
had
we
them
can.
on before.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been on many times.
Eric Hughes, why
do it
doesn't the
again.
Rag Company have microfiber cutting pads? You guys are the premier microfiber company. Fun fact, we actually sell microfiber cutting pads
do. We
with our
do.
logo
They
on
exist.
them.
We do. They're Lake Country microfiber cutting pads.
We're not trying to be super snarky, but they exist on
But
our
they
site.
absolutely
you can
They're
exist.
find
on our
100%.
site.
So Hans Wilson says, no international shipping on that LaCroix sticker, I'm sure. That's up to these guys. Not up to
Hans here
Yeah.
is used to being denied
access. Yeah.
access to a lot of the things we
Yeah.
we do our fun giveaways and sales and stuff.
Kirby
But,
Thompson, sorry I'm late. On a ladder trying to polish out some black stains on my gutter. By the way, Optimum Spray Wax is great for final touch. There you
Yes,
go.
it is.
Luke Berge, hey y'all. Currently living in my truck after my parents saw the 7 large boxes of TRC stuff arrive today after the TRCMA sales.
Oh, boy.
Well, it's a nice truck
Awesome,
to live
Luke.
in.
We miss you, brother. So nice having you here this week.
It was a lot
Luke,
of
it's
fun.
Last
so
week.
funny.
Alfred's Auto Spot as Ivan brushes teeth with Rinseless. Kidding. Love the content. Thank you, Ivan, for sharing your knowledge and pushing the industry forward.
Well, thank you.
Does Bruce know you're a detailer now? All right.
Mean B says, LOL, Luke Berkey. And then, do you like
Han
the cool
says,
kids
need
make
my
a
address?
fort?
I'll take some of those boxes you can back into the house. Alfred, go ahead, push that one, Dane. And then Alfred says, do like the cool kids and make a box for it. Rick Heine, OptiBond gun on vinyl. Polish first, then spray vinyl, or spray vinyl first?
Optibu-
On vinyl paint
yeah, that,
or vinyl stickers?
you might need to elaborate on that one.
A little
Yeah,
clarification would be good.
Hans, I've used a
We know
few
the gun you're
prepped
talking
razor
about,
blades.
though.
Great trick for sure.
It's not a trick, it's a
Yeah.
skill.
Marco, how much pads I need for polishing Onar or on a car? Recommend for some cheap wax or something to protect car after polishing.
1 pad per panel is the average if you're not using a pad washer. And don't get a cheap wax. There's a lot better stuff than a cheap wax.
We got a ton of great spray sealants that take
Yep.
almost no time at all, but I usually recommend 2 to 4 pads if you don't have a pad washer for sure. GR, hello guys. What's the longest coating has lasted without a topper? Well, it depends on the coating. What's the chemical makeup of it? Who's the manufacturer of it? How's
how's the
it
vehicle-
stored? How's
Yeah.
it taken care of?
Exactly.
Yeah. Hans with a great comment. Dane.
Finger blasting
it's
is
Stone's
Stone's online handle.
Oh my gosh.
Lord.
Eric saying, oxidized paint, I'm scared to compound it. If color is red and I start compounding, get red on my pad. Did I mess up? No, it just means you're working with single stage.
I will tell you
Yeah.
right now, if you want to see a good example, go and watch the Rupas segment during TRCMA last week. Just look for the episode that had Rupas in it. Their whole segment, they work on a hood that is oxidized, it is red, and they show the transfer and they explain exactly why you shouldn't be scared of that, but all the reasons you should pay attention. So it's really a good segment. All right, we got Mean Bee.
Great Q&A, guys. Love seeing Ivan in the podcast. Always a great time.
It is.
Love being here, too.
And Dino.
Oh boy, I had my fender coated 3 days after a respray with XOV4 and no problems. Haha, but my paint guy bakes the paint first in the booth, then sand down, then lets panel sanded right over in a hot booth. That's totally fine, Dino. So that's the difference. So if you're doing panels and you're able to bake that stuff for a long time, that's good. However, many cars don't actually fully get baked in a booth for
No.
the right amount of time, especially a complete respray. So that's the problem. A lot of classic, like we have a couple classics that are coming in tomorrow. They weren't fully baked in a booth. They were sprayed and baked for a little while, but not fully baked. And there's a lot of clear. There's probably 10 layers or 12 layers of clear on there. So it's a lot more that needs to off gas
Yeah.
before something like a normal fender panel or something that needs to be resprayed. Like if Anthony resprayed your bumper when you painted your own bumper on the Civic.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have recommended coating that because you'd want to let that sit in the sun for a little while to get some heat cycle through it.
Yeah, set for a good amount of time.
Then maybe you could do that. But for what you did, that's totally fine. That's the difference between a collision paint and an actual hot rod customs paint job. So,
And Rick here rounding it out.
So the vinyl being the black plastic exterior part. So yes, you can use the OptiBond tire gun with OptiBond to shoot it on there.
There you go, and
There
it's
you
4
go,
o'clock on the
that's it.
nose.
I will say, for anybody curious on where to get that OptiBond gun, you can pick it up from Kevin, actually.
Kevin Davis,
Yeah.
ruggedrestore.com.
Look it up and you can find the tool there. So that is Q&A Thursday for this week, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. If you're there sometime in the future, go detailer go. Send me an email at dane@theragcompany.com. Say TRC winner in your subject line, and we'll handle the rest there. So thanks, everybody. Thank you,
See you,
Ivan,
Dino.
for dropping in.
See ya.
You got to get
My
on the
pleasure.
road. We will catch the rest of you next week, Monday or Tuesday, for the Rag Company podcast over on the Rag Company podcast channel. Till then, you guys have a great weekend.
Have a good